pod here. Enjoy some great alerts. We'll have a grand old time here watching Epic Realms tonight. We love it when we come here. We clip all of the screens. The chat gets kind of trolly on Epic Realms scenes. But that's an awesome part of the Epic family. So let's enjoy the show now and start another hype train. We'll see the spicy chips fly on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, epicational. This is what we call the Epic Show.
Hello, everybody, friends and enemies, heroes and villains. Welcome on into Epic Realms Presents Off the Pod. It's not a podcast. It's sort of a podcast. Well, it's not really a podcast, sort of podcast, maybe, sort of, kind of, maybe not a thing, but it is. So here we are. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I am joined by the one, the only, the MesooThornye. Welcome on in. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Welcome on in, Raiders. Waldo coming in with a big freaking raid.
Welcome.
Let's get a shout out for the Waldo.
Oh, Roddy.
Roddy Mama. Roddy Mama.
You're so sweet.
Gifting a gift sub to the one and only MesooThornye. Here's a little shouty
And
outy
thank you
for
so
Waldo,
much.
by the way. Go and check out Waldo, guys. Waldo is amazing, awesome, fun dude. We love the Waldo. Once his schedule starts getting a little bit better, we're gonna have him on Off the Pod as well. He and I have been talking off and on, but he's got some crazy life up in the air, so we'll get him on here eventually. Eventually, Waldo, we'll get you.
Oh, mine's gonna be macaroni, so.
The macaroni. So welcome on in, Raiders. Thank you for being here. Of course, Renfield popped on in. I'm doing well. Sassy Squatch, Redneck Jedi, King Maui coming on in. Yeah, just welcome on in, everybody. I'm glad you guys are all here. Hello, Vulgar Face. Wow, with the Pop-Tart. Of course, we love Pop-Tart as well. So thank you guys all so much for coming on in here and hanging out with us. Today is going to be like a paranormal, super pseudo-scary sort
shindig
of stream thing going on. It's Off the Pod at its best. So yeah, very, very much excited. It's a month of the paranormal, guys. A month of the paranormal. All month long, we're going to be doing paranormal things. This week in particular, we've got all kinds of stuff going on.
Holy crap.
I saw it.
I don't even know what balls I have. That didn't come out right. Never mind.
That didn't come out right.
It didn't come out right.
It
So,
didn't cool.
Thank you so much. Renfield says that you look amazing and they love your wallpaper.
Thank you, guys. Actually, it's a backdrop that's a pain in my ass to put up, but it's beautiful.
And not in a good way. Not a pain in the ass in a good way either.
No, not in the good way. That's right.
Hello, Baguette of
difficult
Dicks.
way.
How you doing?
Hi, Baguette.
So, I'd say it's a month of the paranormal. We got today where we're going to be talking the paranormal. Tomorrow, you guys did do your Channel Point Redemption for a spooky jump scare stream. That's going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow is the spooky jump scare stream, everybody. You've been waiting for it. I will change all the alerts to jump scares, and it's going to be freaking crazy as hell. So I'm not looking forward to that. It's not going to be fun. And it's all your guys' fault, making me do scary games. Making me do scary games.
I put a lot of points into that. I want to put that out there.
You did.
I want to see that real good.
Also, this Friday, guys, we are doing the news and stories of the paranormal. I've only done this show once before. I did it for Halloween. It is our 1,000 follower speciality. It's a celebration stream this Friday at 6 p.m. Central. And I will be reading news articles of the paranormal. I'll be telling your stories if you send them to me. So guys, if you've seen any news articles, if you've seen anything, please send them to me so I can share them. So it's not just me reading off what I want. I want to read what you guys want to read. I want you guys to share some of these things. So go ahead and either send me a link privately, shoot me a DM, throw it in my Discord under the paranormal area. Throw all your articles there. I want to see 100 articles before Friday showing up in there that I can pick and choose. So, or if you have stories, if you want to have a link. Last time somebody sent me a link to a funeral home that was for sale on Zillow. So we went through the funeral home listing. So just whatever you got, send it. So yeah, we got
Do they
that.
have to be new? Or can it be any time?
It can be anytime. You can send me
newspaper-
old
okay.
articles, just as long as I know it's an older article. You'd be like, this is an
Mm.
older article from whatever.
Yes.
I'd be like, okay, sure, sounds good. Sounds good. Ooh, jump scares with spicy chips. I mean, there will be spicy chips. Also, guys, tonight we have something very special. While I will still be doing spicy chips, Meso is going to, every completed level of Hype Train, Miso is going to do a smash or pass on classic horror icons tonight. So you guys will have to find out who we have on the list. And she doesn't even know who we have on the list. We talked a little bit about it. And she's like, just don't tell me. And I'm like, okay. So I've got a handful of them.
Surprise.
And so we're going to do that. So if we get Hype Trains, every completed level, she will do smash or pass on the horror icons. And of course, I will do the spicy chips, unfortunately. So
I missed you, Wino.
Wino! Welcome on in. Of course, Wino is part of the Black Collar Collective, helping with the big charity we're doing coming up on the 27th. Of course, I am doing the Forbidden Off the Pod with Octavius and Mucky McFly. If you don't know what that is, I will show the trailer a little bit later. And also, later that evening, I will be joining MesooThornye and Dakabera.
Beautiful
For what?
waifu.
For what? Oh, that's right there. There it is on the screen. We're going to be doing
Thick
the
and spooky
the
ghouls.
Thick and Spooky Ghouls, the creepy kids edition of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
For the kids, creepy kids for the
Creepy
kids.
for the kids, raising mental health awareness
Makes
for
sense.
the kids. So, and that'll be on Dakabera's channel and then on Miso's channel, kind of back to back on that same day. So it's going to be a busy day for me, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, I will share the Forbidden Off the Pod trailer here in a little bit once we get going. So am I forgetting things? I'm probably forgetting things. Let me look on my schedule. No, I think that's all the stuff. Of course, we got Ed Greenwood coming back on Monday. If you guys are fans of D&D and Final Forgotten Realms and stuff like that, Ed Greenwood, great friend of ours, is going to be coming back. I'm looking forward to asking him his thoughts on the movie, if he had input on the movie. Not to take away too much from off the pod here, but I do want to mention last time Ed Greenwood was on the show, he told me he had a very secret project that he was being a part of, that he had high non-disclosures that he couldn't talk about, he couldn't say anything about, and then about 6-7 months later, oh no, Sassy! Sassy gonna try starting the Hype Train already. We're gonna have to do the high. Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully,
It's gonna get spicy in 2 ways, possibly.
yeah, it's gonna get spicy in 2 ways. Giggity. So yeah, and I think it was like 6 months after that they announced the D&D movie. So I wonder if he was working on that and he couldn't tell me. So
I've still not seen it yet. It looked good though. I want to see it.
it's really good. If you like D&D, it's a great movie. It's
It
a lot
looked
of fun.
fun. It looked like it didn't take itself too seriously, but
It
serious.
did.
Like
It felt like a
enough.
D&D kind of game, like you were at a table with the D&D players. So yeah, it was awesome. Thank you, Sassy, for the 5 gift subs. You got
Amazing.
Michael Dude, Zubatsy. Zubatsy's a new friend of the community. Shalafina, Captain Puddin, and Sarah Sands. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Much
it's
appreciated.
so appreciated.
I got a bad feeling about
So yeah, if
this.
other people are in it to watch me burn my face off, this is a perfect opportunity to get that started because well,
It's already getting
it's
spicier.
already started. Somebody's already dropped 5. You'll probably get if you guys hit that Hype Train, that'll probably be 2 levels right there if you hit it now. So that'll be a lot of spicy chips. Not that I'm encouraging because I don't want to eat spicy chips, but
I'm
I do
scared
want
for you.
But I do want to
I'm
see.
excited for me.
But I do want to see Miso do
yeah.
the smash or
Turn it
pass.
up, yeah.
We'll just start it off with that.
Turn it up. Yeah.
Wino.
Turn it up.
Don't turn it
Winogalal
up.
wino gasolud
That's 2.
winogalal wino gasolud 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 winogalal
Okay.
wino
Right
gasolud
on.
winogalal
Oh my
wino gasolud winogalal wino gasolud winogalal wino
Things are
gasolud
getting too spicy
winogalal
for
wino
pepper.
gasolud
Oh, no.
winogalal wino gasolud
Oh my God.
winogalal wino gasolud winogalal wino gasolud winogalal wino gasolud
It sounds like
winogalal wino gasolud
it's
winogalal wino
like he's
gasolud.
drowning.
Oh no.
Oh damn, Roddy! Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh, here we go.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a big old gulp of this too.
Thank you, Roddy, for coming in here and Level 3.
Roddy
That's,
Mama.
that means I get to start with 2 spicy chips. We're starting it off with 2 spicy chips, which means Miso's gonna get 2 smasher passes.
Ooh.
2 smasher passes. It's great because it's at the beginning of us doing horror movies.
Mm-hmm. And this is alcoholic beverage. I'm gonna have some of that to celebrate. And some stuff off screen.
If I'm been to Joe, boom, 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 boom.
Oh no.
I've been married a long time ago.
Oh my
No.
god, holy shit.
Where'd
You
come
are gonna
from?
be
Where did you go?
This
in
one
trouble,
is
mate.
this isn't a half a chip, it's just folded. It's just folded.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, it's not happening. Let me see that.
And there's
Okay.
some, like,
So let me see that crevice. The crevasse.
The crevasse.
The crevasse. I guess that means I have to take 3 drinks.
Epic rounds.
Are we on 3 or are we
inhale
on
it.
4?
Don't inhale the chip. Don't inhale it.
And don't touch your face. Don't you touch that face.
Oh!
Mm.
You guys.
Come back off screen real quick.
No! Ronnie, no! Hold on!
Oh, crazy.
All right.
I'd be smashing
while we're doing
fast
it,
a
let's get
lot.
So I got that going, which is nice.
Your
Which is
first smasher
nice.
pass, by the way, is on the screen.
Oh, we're going to pass on him, which is surprising. I didn't think my first one would be a pass. Do you want
4.
explanations as to
Oh my god,
why?
we're on a level 6 hype train?
Holy Jesus.
That's gonna be. So I did
I
2
did 4
chips, it's
drinks.
3, 4. Well, we're not. We started level 6. We haven't finished level 6.
Okay. I did 5
That-
drinks. And 5th one of these. Little, I like to call them doobie stacks.
Doobie snacks.
Doobie stacks for our Scooby-Doo friends. I am Shaggy, female Shaggy, so.
Okay.
If
Your
I'm
second-
been
oh my
to
God.
Joe, boom, 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 boom. I've been
Okay, is that
married a
6
long time
though?
ago.
Oh,
Boom,
Christ.
bam, bam, bam.
Roddy
Where'd you
Mama.
come from? Where
Roddy
did you
Mama.
go? Boom,
You're out of
boom, boom,
control.
boom.
I love it.
Where did you come from? Cotton Eye?
Their fingers slipped and they just,
And then someone,
oh,
like, run through a bed.
Oh. Oh.
oh.
Oh. Oh.
You know, I didn't think I was actually going to get even slightly
Turn
buzzed
back
during this. I was
up.
like, oh no, I won't.
Turn it
Yeah.
It'll be fine. I'll just
Final
I'll put
last
3
words.
shots.
Yeah, turn.
3 shots in
turn,
this.
Turn it up, yeah.
Winoga
for
blush
reference.
wino gasolad winoga blush wino gasolad winoga blush
Oh,
wino gasolad
my
winoga
eyes are
blush
already
wino
wet. By the way-
gasolad winoga blush
I bet
wino
you're
gasolad
gotta put
winoga
that-
blush
what,
I
wino
had-
gasolad winoga
I've had
blush
3
wino
people
gasolad
separately
winoga blush
confirm with me
wino
that they've
gasolad
increased the heat
winoga
on these
blush
chips.
wino
FYI.
gasolad winoga blush
Stop.
wino
Which
gasolad.
ones are they? Let me
The
see. Let me
spicy
see. I
ghost
haven't seen the
pepper?
back. Oh god, are they from that one company, the one chip
Uh-huh.
challenge people? Or oh my god, I would literally die. I'd be in the ER. I actually meant to get like warheads or something, but completely
Oh,
based.
that's 4. I'm just gonna do these next 2 together.
So instead, I guess I'm
Although I
getting-
regretted doing that last week.
you should, yeah, but I say just
2,
don't
they're all
touch that
folded up,
face.
so it's not like they're.
I'm scared. I'm
I-
scared
you're
for you.
scared. I'm the one that's feeling it.
Oh, I like the double. Oh, that looks like it's gonna really get the roof of your mouth too. Oh, oh, you absolute monster. Oh,
Oh,
If
okay.
I'm been to Cotton
Roddy,
Eye,
Mama!
boom, boom.
Holy
I've been
Jesus!
married a long
Oh
time
my
ago.
God! Holy sh!
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where's that even at? I don't know where I am right now.
Oh man, I'm sweating.
Oh, you're in so much trouble.
And then someone, like, run through a bed.
Oh my gosh, Ronnie!
Oh my God! Holy shit! How many is that now?
We just finished level 8.
So 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more. By the way, your next smash and pass is up.
Oh yes.
Smash or pass.
So I passed on Freddy because he's a creep, right? Like his backstory, kind of gross. Not necessarily even how he looks. Just I don't like Freddy. He's an asshole. But
Freddy's the
Jason,
best.
Jason looks like he could throw you through a wall, and I'm into it. I would smash. I'm smashing.
See, I would have totally been like, Freddy's got to be a smash because he's funny.
He's funny, but
Okay, here's 2 more back to back. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this.
He don't talk, and I like that. Oh my god, you poor motherfucker. Oh,
Oh.
I'm already. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna swear too much, and I'm already on it.
Why don't say Jason is the mama's boy?
My husband's saying that a girl. He knows. He knows exactly. He knows what's up. Ooh.
Oh. Don't touch your
Baguette.
eyes. Don't touch your eyes. Don't touch your eyes.
No, don't touch your face. Oh god, you need nylon gloves, my guy.
I know,
What the-
right? Oh, and
Vulgar,
thank you for the
we
follow,
love-
baguette of dicks. Love you.
Actually, never mind. I'm gonna.
You're awesome. I need
You need to wash your hands.
I need
Oh
I
my
need
god,
alcohol.
Roddy.
I need
I've had a
alcohol.
lot of
Thank
that
you, Roddy
already.
Mama, so much for the support.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's amazing.
Roddy Mama is one of the most amazing mods out there in the world, and human beings as well. So
I
I
love
gotta have a little
watching
bit of the
them.
alcohol. Thank you, Elton Brown, for confirming that alcohol takes care of capsaicin.
Is that true?
You know, every
Oh,
time
it's a
I've
new
done
one.
these and I had alcohol afterwards, the alcohol usually helps.
Okay, so for this smash or pass, are we going by specific murderers that were him, or just the guy like in a, like a general
Generically.
sense? He doesn't. He's boring. Pass. He ain't nothing special. You know.
Okay. There's your next one.
I
Your
like
next
the
one.
mask,
Oh,
but I'm gonna smash.
oh.
Again, can absolutely throw you through a fucking wall.
Michael Myers, you're gonna
Just-
smash on the most
And
boring serial killer movie character of all time.
Wait a second. He doesn't stop. He has no stamina. Like he does not stop. He just keeps going. So I'm gonna
You're
smash.
smashing. You're smashing.
Again,
Renfield says
doesn't
smash.
talk. Love that. Right?
Renfield says smash as
They
well.
get it. They
Renfield
get it.
passed on the last one.
But say again, that stamina, size, stamina, doesn't talk. Love it.
By the way, I intentionally didn't put Ash in here because I knew the answer.
I bet say, come on. You already know. I would. That's 3 ways to Sunday.
I'm talking Kool-Aid style through the wall. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh
he
yeah.
knows.
Oh, my mouth hurts so much. No talking and unlimited stamina. Smash.
That's what I'm saying. That is. See, Roddy gets it.
Right?
Takes notes.
Takes notes.
Don't
Michael
get
Myers is the
tired.
same as Chucky.
Ooh, not Chucky.
Oh, really?
I'll
Not
see-
Chucky?
I'll-
How about Chucky?
Oh wait,
How
I'll
about
see.
Chucky?
I'll see.
Oh, there's
That's
Chucky.
pass. No, pass. Now, if it was,
It's
what
like
is-
Renfield knew what was next. It's like Renfield knew exactly what was next.
what is his wife's name in Chucky's
The bride.
bride?
I don't know. All I know is. It's
Oh
the
my
bride. Oh
God.
my gosh, my eyes are watering so bad.
I mean, obviously Jennifer is the actual actress, but I would smash his wife, but pass on him.
Jennifer Tilly. Is it Jennifer Tilly?
Jennifer Tilly
Yeah.
is Chucky's bride.
I grew up with
But-
her in there's a TV show series called Key West with David Duchovny, and that's where I was like,
Oh, I
got,
love David Duchovny.
got
so
the hugest
much.
crush on Jennifer Tilly there in that
I will
show.
spiral.
Long before I was old
talking
enough to
about him.
understand what that meant.
I mean, Jennifer Tilly makes us all feel all kinds of ways. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you.
Wipe safely and consciously. That'll be tomorrow. Oh, hype train. Hype train's over with. Oh, thank you,
The
everybody.
suffering.
Oh,
How is that mouth feeling, bud?
my
how it feel
my
like you-
eyes are watering.
Damn, Roddy.
Oh,
Thank you, everybody. Wow. Jesus. Tiffany, thank you. Thank you, Redfield.
that's
Thank
the
you.
character.
Yeah,
Okay,
Tiffany.
Tiffany. What a name.
Would absolutely smash Tiffany though.
Only in level 9. Only in level 9. Jesus criminy. Only
That's
9
crazy.
chips that are burning my mouth off. Heart attack
I did
in
not think
record
I was
time,
gonna
might
drink.
I add. In record time, might I add.
No, that was crazy. That was insane. And I put 3 shots in here because it's like, oh, this will probably last the whole podcast. It's been 27 minutes.
Yeah, we still
It's
got 3
almost
hours. You're
gone.
gonna have to refill a couple times.
Oh yeah.
I'm
he's-
trying not to
he's-
wipe my face, but
he's
like
gonna refill me.
everything is spicy, and it's like everything is.
Do you want to
burning.
wash your? Do you need to wash your fingers? I don't want you to sizzle your eye holes.
Too late.
Oh no! Oh God!
Too late. Just because I have an awesome guest. I mean, oh, sorry. Wait, was that out loud?
Stop! I am honored.
You are blushing.
Yeah, that's it. I hate it because I am. You can tell I'm very pale. So anytime, immediately you can tell. You know how horrible it was to give speeches. Instant tomato.
Instant
Okay?
tomato.
Instant tomato. Just immediately. God, I just see his little face. Every time I look over here, I see Chucky. And I'm like, ugh.
Chucky. Chucky. Okay, next one. Are you ready for the next one? Smash or pass? Pinhead.
I'm gonna smash to oblivion. Like, I'm gonna open that box and I'm gonna smash.
Renfield.
You open the box and he came. You know what I'm saying?
You opened my box.
That's all. Yeah. Absolutely smash. Leather Daddy. Absolutely. Chains and
Chain
everything.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Chain Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You got it. They're mixing
It's
pleasure
all
and
about
pain, baby.
the bondage with him, right?
It's a. Oh yes. All of them. They're all dirty bastards, but especially Pinhead. Ooh, who's the girl? I can't remember her name. There's like a female Pinhead. I don't remember if she has like a specific name, but
I heard that
I think
they're
all
doing
the
another.
Cenobites
They're going to
do.
do a remake, and the main character and Pinhead's going to be played by a female actress.
They already did that. I think it already came out, didn't it?
Oh, did it? I don't know.
I want to say I was literally about to say I think either that or a different remake came out. God knows. It's hard to keep track.
I'm
'Cause I
trying
think
to
there was
like
a
wipe
bunch
my
of
eye,
randoms.
but I'm like,
Oh
I
my
don't know what I
God.
touched.
Do you have tissues? You need gloves. I'm so
Yeah,
stressed
but
for you.
that's half the fun for people is to watch me do stupid shit.
I am also a TV and show nerd.
Yes, Renfield is a.
Came out
What did I
last year,
say?
think.
Renfield. Did I say cinephile? Which I totally stole from the This is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. Oh my God.
At the end, they're like, he's a cinephile. So I
yeah.
always say that whenever Renfield comes in.
That's so good.
All right, here's your next one. Leprechaun.
Okay.
Smash or pass?
Pass. It reminds me of my dad. My dad's ginger, and he's pale and really short and like round man. So pass.
Some people are
And
into
he's
that.
like,
Some people are into that stuff.
some people are into that, but this isn't. What's that guy's name? Sigmund? No, is it Freudian?
Smash
Freud?
then pass. Sigmund Freud.
I take his gold, but not his penis.
What if it's a golden penis?
Can I cut it off and take it?
I don't think so.
Then pass. It means nothing.
His
winky
winky
was
was
a
a key the whole time.
I love it. We love
it's
Austin
gold,
Powers
hee
here.
hee. It's gold.
It's gold.
All right. 8 out of them. 8 out of the. Well, this is the last one. We had a level. We completed level 8.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Pass.
Leatherface.
Pass, actually.
So what you're telling me is there's only, out of all the horror icons, there's only like 3.
Oh, there's lots of horror icons I'd smash.
Yeah, but the ones that I listed here, these are some of the most. These are some of the most iconic ones.
I'm weird.
I just expected you to be like smash, 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 smash.
Well, I mean, if I could do that all day, right? So if there's more, and if we get there, that's if
I have one. There is one more because I only planned. I was like, the odds of getting past the level 9.
That's so good.
Slim to none. Thank you, Roddy Mama, for blowing my
I like the
expectations
niche
out of the water
ones.
yet again.
Right? Well, my reasoning for him is it's just like he would
Renfield
smell
bets that the
bad.
next one, that the last one is Pennywise.
I will reserve my words in case it is.
For those
In
that
case we get
wanted a refresher as to who we went through on Smash or Pass Horror Icon Edition with MesooThornye, for 8 levels of Hype Train. Every level she would play around. We had Freddy, which was a pass for her. We have Jason, which was a smash. We have generic Ghostface, which was a pass. We have Michael Myers, which was a smash. We have Chucky, which was a pass. We had Pinhead, which was a smash. We had Leprechaun, which was a pass. And we had Leatherface, which was also a pass. So 3 out of the 8 were smashes for the one and only.
See, off top of my head, I'm trying to think of ones, and I hate it because every time I want to think of something off the top of my head, I don't know, like a band or someone I would smash horror movie character wise, I just can't think of them, right? But I know they're out there. Oh, oh my gosh, bees. It's the one with bees.
Bees, the beekeeper,
Candyman.
the Candyman.
That's a smash.
The original or the
They're
remake?
out there. The original. I haven't seen the remake actually.
Okay. Neither have I. I barely remember the original, so
The original holds up. It's pretty good.
I
It's
remember
pretty
the
fucked
original
up.
because it was on the adult channel as a kid that I couldn't watch. So it's like, ooh, we're up. Let's turn it on, and like we're all by ourselves, and we have access to the channel that sometimes shows naughty things. What's on? Oh, it's the Candyman. Well, it's a horror movie. They got to have at least one scene in there of nudity. And you're like 13 years old. You're like,
Well, see, I can tell our parents were very different. Because my mom watched like American Werewolf in London with me when I was like a child, like probably like 9. Like that kind of stuff was like our normal with her. So
I was never up late enough to get to watch those things, and my mom really didn't.
my mom was
She
very
didn't care
see that.
sometimes.
Well, that's the
Cloverfield
thing
Monster is
too.
definitely a smash. Rolana Halo says Cloverfield Monster is a smash.
How would you? I just try like the logistics, you know.
Don't knock it
Well,
till you
technically,
try, I guess.
the Cloverfield monster in the original Cloverfield is a baby. So do you mean the baby one or the one from the third movie, The Paradox, when you see the adult at the end and he's in like the stratosphere? So, which I mean, I don't think it really matters because it's going to be terrifying either way. But one's a baby though. The one in the Cloverfield movie is a baby.
The Omen movies are a smasher pass, Nick. It's a supernatural slasher movie trilogy. I vaguely remember the Omen movies.
Oh, Hannibal. All the Hannibals are a smash.
Really?
All of them. Every single
Rolana Halo
one.
says adult,
Absolutely.
the adult Cloverfield Monster.
Oh my God. You're just going to be obliterated. Just poof. Just gone.
Poof.
Just gone. But
Poof.
worth it, I guess. I mean, quite the way to go out, I guess.
So that being
Gosh,
said, what is
sorry.
your favorite? Give us a top 3 horror movie of all time.
Oh boy. So,
Oh, called on the spot, mostly because I just thought that might be a good way to start.
oh,
This
it's
topic.
great. That's fabulous. So, The Evil Dead 2 specifically is my very favorite, probably movie of all time. But Army of Darkness is like neck and neck. I love the first one, but those two just have like this special, like, that special Bruce Campbell pizzazz where he really became like in his own. So those are my two, like,
The people in here that know me know why I like MesooThornye now. Now you understand.
I do love me some Bruce. I love him so much. But
King,
yeah,
baby.
Evil Dead 2, Hail to the King, fucking groovy.
Groovy.
So I'm gonna tie those in together because I don't think it's fair because he would take up both spots, the first two.
Yeah, a series will count as one. You can only pick one.
Oh, this is a tough question. This is tough. Let's see. I'm gonna say Cabin.
I'm just saying.
Oh, Cabin in the Woods, number 2.
Okay.
Number 3 is good. No, number 2 is gonna be The Thing, and then Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
John Carpenter's The Thing, and those are my top 3.
Okay. I'd personally have to go with. I do like the Evil Deads. Those are definitely on the list. Those are probably 2 for me, just because they aren't as horror-y as they are funny. You know, because
Right.
they're very humorous, so they're kind of like
Absolutely, yeah.
they're not quite Ghostbusters as it comes to horror comedy. It's a lot more serious, a lot more scary, and a lot more gore. I think for me, it is going to be the original Nightmare on Elm Street movies, especially the first one,
Really?
because
Okay.
there's something about the way that the original was shot and the practical effects that just made it a little extra creepy for me. As far as favorite goes, and I'm going to put my third place, and it's only in third because it is the movie that still haunts me to this day.
Okay.
I very like getting me to watch it is usually very difficult. You're not going to get me to watch it at night. Period.
Oh,
It is
gosh.
probably the movie that scares me and has scared me the most throughout the history of my life, and that is the original Poltergeist.
You know what's funny? I was gonna say like it was gonna be Poltergeist or The Exorcist. I had a feeling.
I've never actually watched The Exorcist, the original one.
Oh, it's solid. I think you'd really enjoy that. It's solid.
I'm also not a big horror movie fan. Like I was a horror movie
Oh.
fan in the 80s. 80s horror films. I was into, you know, we always watched Critters was a staple.
Oh my god.
Critters. The second, like I love Gremlins, but that was a little bit
Oh,
more
yes.
funny, haha. But the second one I think
Right.
was a lot more creepy because you had all the specialty stuff. So I guess the first one, now that I look back, the first one was kind of creepy if you overlook the cuteness of the whole situation. But yeah.
Right.
All kinds of stuff. Cabin in the Woods is great. Love Cabin in the Woods or a lot of Halo. Why is she in the TV? Get the hell out of there, Caroline. Kids these days, right? You guys can say, yeah, if you guys got your favorite horror movies in chat, feel free.
Absolutely, yes. I love to hear it. For me,
Renfield
so
likes Zombieland, Beetlejuice, and Signs with Mel Gibson.
see, Beetlejuice is very solid. I love Beetlejuice. I wouldn't say it's in my top favorites, but I do love Beetlejuice. I would say where is it? Zombieland. So Zombieland for me, I would definitely say for me, I think you can tell by my choices. I love horror comedy like so much. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie called like Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yes.
That's one that's really up there. I fucking love it. Stuff like the Addams Family. I don't think it's really horror, but it's still kind of like I feel like in that same
Right.
vein, right? Again,
Right.
American
Even
Werewolf in
Beetlejuice, I'm
London.
like, is Beetlejuice horror or is it just like is it
Like it's kind of
is it
spooky. It's just like spooky comedy. Yeah. And I'm
like
into
Casper?
it though.
Is it really horror? Is Casper really horror?
Yeah. A movie that traumatized me though, if we're talking about traumatizing movies, was The Blob as a kid. Because again, my mom used to watch like Faces of Death and The Blob and stuff with me as a child, probably a little too young, but like I had a nightmare of that kid. Have you seen The Blob, the 1980s
Yes.
Blob?
Yes.
So that scene where the kid's in the sewer and he's like reaching out.
I didn't
that
like it because I thought it was so
haunted
damn
me.
ridiculous.
It haunted me.
Okay.
It haunted me. That scene of the kid like jumping out of the water as a skeleton for some reason as a kid, like the idea of being consumed, I guess.
Yeah.
Like really freaked me the fuck out. The movie theater scene. Oh.
Sassy says
Shit
Day
was-
of the Dead.
I do like Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is good.
Wino says
I'm
Dolls,
so sure.
Candyman, and Species. Oh yeah, Species is pretty good. Although me, again, era we're talking about Species, I wasn't watching it for the horror.
I love Species. The first Species is so good. First of all, she is so fine. She is so sexy.
Exactly.
And I get that absolutely. And I had such a crush on her. Again, my mom watched sci-fi like all the time. She had a lot of DVD. My mom was very into horror movies. So we watched that. We watched like 3 of them. I think the other couple were like not very good, but the first one holds up in my opinion. I think it's pretty good if you take it as it is, a little corny, but I'm into it. But she's so hot. And I had such a crush on her as a kid. And then I think I watched it last year and I was surprised that it wasn't like the worst. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was. It held up pretty good.
It's hard for some
I
of
think-
them. It's like, did these stand the test of time? Do you watch it
Mhm.
again and go, oh, I like this? What is wrong with me?
Right? Absolutely. Bones.
Anybody remember Bones with Snoop Dogg? I do not.
I don't remember that.
I do not remember that.
Oh, have you ever seen Dead Alive?
Yes.
Or
So
yes,
we're going
I
to talk
love
about
that
it. We're going to talk about it here in a little bit later. It'll be the next topic actually, but I am not a huge zombie fan when it comes to movies, zombie movies.
Oh, it's not for everybody.
So I did like Zombieland.
Zombieland's
Um,
fun.
What is it, 2.5 hours or 3.5 weeks or 9.5 months?
Oh,
Nope, that's a
28
completely
days
different
later.
movie. Yeah, so that
Mm.
one, I saw it in the theaters. It was all right, but wasn't my, and it's just the thing, like the theme of it. Like
Right.
I don't like big stompy monsters. I don't like big stompy robots, and I'm not a big fan of zombies. Resident Evil. I do like Resident Evil movies. Shout out to Resident Evil.
Love. The game series is one of my favorite game series of all time. The movies, I like the first and second movie, and the rest are like fun, but I don't like love them. But I think it's just because I love the game so much. It kind of like,
Yeah,
one
I
of
wasn't
those
big into the
things.
games. Like I watched some people play it, but I wasn't big into the games, and I think that's why I enjoyed the Resident Evil movies, because I didn't have a predisposed like this is what it is. So I
Absolutely,
was like,
because they're
this is
fun.
the intro was the first movie. It's like great, we get to follow this character along and see all the cool shit.
I
Thank you for the
do.
lurk, Roddy Mama.
Thank you, Roddy. You're amazing. We
are
love
amazing.
you.
Guys, go and check out Roddy Mama. We're gonna give her a shout out here real quick. If we're gonna pause the timer.
Oh, Teeth is such a what a pick. I'm sorry, 1 second. What a pick. Halo, what a pick, Teeth. I remember with my best friend being like,
Don't. Do
Where
you
were you
have that
clipping?
set up?
Yeah.
oh, Roddy Mama.
Oh no shit.
Hey, where's the fucking
There's
ball?
Roddy
How
Mama.
about
Go
that?
check out Roddy Mama, everybody.
Oh,
Oh, fuck yeah,
Amazing.
hole in one.
Hole in
A lot of VR, a lot of video games, party animals, the works. Go and check out Roddy Mama. Amazing, amazing
Love
person,
her.
streamer, moderator, and hype train conductor apparently now as well.
Right? The absolute
What were you
conductor.
gonna say
But
about Teeth?
Teeth is a crazy fucking movie. That's a crazy pick for number one. I was not ready for Teeth. It's not I like Teeth. I just like, I remember I watched it when I was a teenager with my best friend on the couch, and we were possibly, doing teenagers do, and just partying a little bit, and then we sat down to watch that, and I was like, what the fuck what is going on? I don't know if you've ever seen Teeth, but that
No,
is a
no.
wild ride. I don't know if I'd recommend it for you. I don't think you'd like it. I don't think you'd like it. I don't
All right,
think you'd like
I
it.
want to know your opinion and everybody else's opinion, but who liked the movie Rubber?
I loved Rubber. I thought it was
clip that.
ridiculous.
Somebody clip that.
I do. I think it's a ridiculous movie, but I did love it. I watched it on demand, I think, on just like random cable one day. I was like, this is fucking crazy. It's a tire just off on people. I love it. What a ridiculous concept. I love ridiculous movies. Sometimes. I
haven't seen it. But
Mostly.
Rolanda Halo is the one that introduced me to
The
that movie, actually.
cinematography really was good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the cinematography was good. The concept was ridiculous. The writing was terrible, but I loved it. And I thought it's not something I would like go out of my way to watch, but like I was not mad that I saw it for sure.
Redfield wants to know, what about Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman? Yeah, the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie was great. I loved it.
Gary Oldman?
Jaws is classic. I watched the hell out of Jaws.
I can't look at the water still, dude.
I don't
I still
know,
can't.
looking back, if I can feel like it's a horror movie. Maybe it is a horror movie, but it's just not a slasher flick.
It feels suspenseful. It feels very suspenseful more than like horror to me. Like very suspenseful. Not like I feel like it just gives a different
suspenseful, it's
vibe, but that's
intense,
its
but-
own horror in its own way. So
Yeah.
just maybe a different vein, right? Yeah.
Sharknado.
Oh my god, not Sharknado. On the note of Sharknado though, the same guy that made Sharknado, I'm pretty sure is the one that made what's that sci-fi zombie show? Oh, I know one of you people in chat know which one I'm talking about. It's actually really good. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy.
You don't know.
Sci-fi.
Like, that doesn't really narrow it down. I mean, we are talking sci-fi here.
Z Nation.
Oh,
Super good. Surprisingly good. I personally liked it more than The Walking Dead. But again, it's in the vein of horror comedy. It's not,
Okay.
It doesn't take itself seriously, right? It's very goofy. Like there's zombies that have weed growing out of it. Like it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous concept. But I love it. It was so fun. It was such a good series.
I actually met Richard Dreyfuss met Richard Dreyfuss, Nick and Miso in Dublin Zoo, and I got his autograph and picture taken with him. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Is Richard Dreyfuss in a horror movie?
Richard Dreyfuss. I'm trying to put a face to the name. I know that name. I know who that is. My brain doesn't.
Like, I know who he is. I just don't remember him being in a horror movie.
Oh, Jaws. He was from Jaws.
Oh, yeah. Duh. Yeah, he was in Jaws. I'm a freaking idiot. Yeah, he was. He was in Jaws.
I actually found a signed copy of the Dawn of the Dead remake by, of course, I should have wrote down the name. I knew I should have wrote it down because every time I'm on the spot, my brain farts. But signed by, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
It's signed by your gosh? I didn't know your gosh even could sign things.
Of course he can. Tom Savini. I'm so sorry. My brain fart. I love Tom Savini too. So I knew sure wrote it down. But it's signed by Tom Savini. I found it in I want to say it was an arcade that sells like used DVDs.
Okay.
And he does a lot of the original makeup for From Dusk Till Dawn, the original Dawn of the Dead.
Well, wasn't he a character in Dusk Till Dawn?
Yes,
Yeah,
he had the cock gun.
He had the cock gun, yeah.
Yeah.
Our good friend Identity Crisis has a cosplay of that character.
That's so
actually
amazing.
Walked up to him
love that.
And walked up to him to get to get a picture taken with him as that. And you gotta admit, if you've ever seen Identity Crisis, guys, he looks a little bit like Tom Savini.
Yeah, I think I was literally about to say he's got the look for it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love him with his cock gun, and I was just so excited because I found it for like $4 with his signature, and I was like, I was just freaking out. That's the only rich thing, or not rich person, I guess, like famous person autograph or anything I have like that. So
I used to have an autograph of somebody that you wish you had an autograph of.
Is it Bruce Campbell? Because I'll cry.
It is. I've met Bruce Campbell in person when he was filming The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. I'm gonna pause this here to tell the story.
I've never seen that. I need to see that.
Wow. So he was doing Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. and we were big fans, and we went to a rodeo because he was supposed to be there to do a thing. We went to a rodeo, and this is going to be a long story, guys. That's why I paused the timer. So he was there, and everybody in the audience. So he came out, he rode out on his horse. He was in full Briscoe County Jr. outfit, and he was like introducing himself. And I've got a new show on Fox for, whatever. And if you want to look underneath your seat, and everybody who has a golden plate underneath your seat, we're going to have autographs, cake, ice cream. You can come and hang out in a VIP room and come and meet us. That's the whole reason we went to the rodeo. We didn't go to the rodeo to see the rodeo. We went to the rodeo to see Briscoe County Jr.
Absolutely.
AKA Bruce Campbell. So we went there. So we searched. We were in the upper, nosebleed seats. We checked all the nosebleeds where nobody was sitting. We're like, the odds are good. We're going to find one, right? No.
Right.
We got no gold. And it's like, well, let's go find the room they're in. And we'll just get to see them a little up closer. We won't get to go in or whatever. So we went there. The story is also a testament to the character of Bruce Campbell then all the way to now. We went there, we sat outside, and we watched all the people go in. They were laughing, having ice cream, getting, autographed posters, autographed things. He was stopping and chatting with everybody. The two big scary security guards were sitting out front checking, the people for their tickets or whatever. Eyeing us up, eyeballing us. And, in a half hour to an hour goes by. And, everybody leaves. Bruce goes out the back. The gate shuts. The security guys are still kind of sitting there watching us. And we're like, all right, well, we should probably call your mom. I don't remember who drove us. Call your mom, have them come pick us up and go home, because we really didn't care about the thing. We got to see him, and it was really cool. But we were also kind of like, man, it would have been really cool to, get to shake his hand or say hi or something.
Right.
And so we go to leave, and we say, hey, we hear, hey, kids. And we turned around, and there was Bruce Campbell. And he's like, hey, come on over here. And he made the security guard open up the gate so we could go in, because Bruce saw us standing there for the entire event. And he brought us in there, and he got posters, and he signed a poster for each of us.
I would pass out. I would literally.
And so I had that poster for 5-6 years, many years. It was one of my pride and joys. And we were moving or something happened, and I was at my aunt's place, and her daughter, who was like 5 at the time, found it and wanted to make sure it was put in a safe space. So crumpled it up into a ball and put it under her bed so it was safe.
Oh,
Completely
that's so
wrecked it.
sweet and so terrible. Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
And then I
Oh
found
my
out about it,
God.
and I was so
Oh.
angry, so angry.
I would
And
pass out
eventually, my
again.
aunt just threw it away. So I don't
my
have that
God.
anymore, and that is my story.
Threw
about
it
the-
away. At least it was just crumbled. It's still good. What? That's awful. I'm so sorry. That's hard. Oh,
Yeah, so it was this definitive moment,
I'm
and it was
devastated
amazing.
for
And it was
you.
awesome, and one day
He's
I'll have
such a
Bruce
good
Campbell on the
man.
podcast. It's my
Oh
bucket
my
list
God.
item. He's number one on my list of people I want to have on the podcast.
I want to meet him just at least once. I want to meet him once. I would love to get his autograph. I was thinking about getting like a booby autograph and getting it tattooed, but I'd be like, and then like scare him. So I don't want to scare him.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure
I'm sure
he's
he's
gotten that a
signed
million
plenty of
times. I'm sure he's
titties. Yeah.
gotten that a million times. But yeah, testament to him to be like, to go out of his way. Like, he didn't have to do that.
No, that's it. I've always heard from people that meet him that he's very like generous and he'll like take the time. Same thing with the voice actor that does Asterion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also is somebody that is supposed to be really sweet and like takes the time. They both like, yeah, I've always heard Bruce Campbell like will step away and like talk to people and just be very personable. I appreciate that about him.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah,
feel so
that's-
sad about your poster.
That's my story.
Mars
It's still
Attacks is
heartbreaking,
so
but it's a great
good.
story. Briscoe is top tier. Yeehaw! That's right, Wino. Briscoe County Jr. is top tier.
I can't believe I've never seen that.
I can't believe you've never seen it either. Somebody who thinks that they're a Bruce Campbell fan doesn't even know
Don't shame
his
me.
first big show
Don't
ever.
shame me.
I have the entire complete season series on
What
DVD.
year was that?
Like early 90s.
Okay, I'm gonna say, gosh, 84 was the second Evil Dead. So the first one had to be, was it 84 or is it? I have it written literally 87. I think 84 was the first Evil Dead. That's right.
Well, I
Have
want
it
to
on
know
my
if you've seen
tattoo.
the Lisa Frankenstein movie. I keep seeing
I
it pop
haven't.
up.
I really want to see it. It's supposed to be very
It
good.
keeps popping up on my list on my social medias and stuff. It's like, you need to watch this. And I'm like, do I? Do I need to watch
I
this?
do not. I don't know what Close Encounters of the Third Kind is. Like I've heard the name, but it's not ringing a bell. Like as in,
It's about
for my brain.
UFOs.
well, I mean, I figured
It's
that.
it's about Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I've seen the fourth kind. That was scary as a kid. Well, when I was growing up, I thought the fourth kind was like real. Like I thought they legitimately had footage from like alien encounters, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Now I got to remember what the Close Encounter numbers are. The first, second, and third kind. So what is your take on the difference between like suspense in horror movies and gore in horror movies? You know, because sometimes a movie is a horror movie, but it's about the suspense
absolutely.
and the terror of it, and how sometimes it's just about the blood and guts, gore. You know, the Bruce Campbell standing there sprays in his face for 5 hours.
I was literally about to say, well, for instance, you have something like The Evil Dead, which is very gore heavy, bloody, and then you have something like Halloween that's more suspenseful. You know what I mean? I think I prefer, like, I love a bloody good time. I do love I like Halloween. I'm actually, and this is gonna upset you because I didn't know, I'm not a huge fan of the Elm Street series. I don't hate it, but God damn it. That's my husband, everybody. Can you tell? Can you tell? But I think they're just different genres altogether. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can even put them in the
You've
same.
never gotten to the Nightmare on Elm Street series. We cannot be friends anymore. What the heck?
I say I like the first Elm Street movie, but I think the rest for me have just it's been, to be fair, I've not seen the rest of the Elm Street series since I was like, God, probably like 11 or 12, like young, you know what I mean? Like I was really, really young. I don't think I could appreciate it then, but because I like the first one a lot more than I did back in the day when I first saw it. And I saw it like, I want to say last year's the last time I saw the first one, and I did enjoy it more so than I had. Same thing with the Blob. everything else, like it's so weird. For some reason, The Blob was a very traumatic one for me, even though I watched like The Thing and it wasn't as traumatic, even
Yeah.
though I think now I objectively is much scarier than The Blob. But for some reason, The Blob was just really scary, and now I love it. So, I'd probably need to just watch it again.
Just watch it. Just watch it.
Just need to watch it again.
Watch it.
Have a deeper appreciation for a lot of the horror movies.
There was a going back to the nightmare movies. There is I think you would appreciate them a lot better. I'll see if I can find it, but there's an interview with Robert Englund where he kind of does the deep dive into the psychology of how he put the character together. And actually it's a no, it's not a deep dive. It's a watch along. So you can watch, it's in one of the DVDs. I have it in a box set where you can watch the first movie, and he does he watches it with you, and he kind of like just gives his notes and talks through it with it, which was a big feature in the mid 2000s where let's have the actor watch the show and whatever. And I watched it and I was like, Jesus, like I knew the guy was awesome, but the guy is literally a genius. Like you sit there and you listen to his take on things and why he does things, like this man is a freaking genius. Right. And it gave me a much bigger appreciation for the character and the series.
Right. And I've actually seen a fair amount of interviews with him, and like he honestly is like a great actor, even outside of just like that specifically. He's very dedicated, especially to Elm Street. Like he's I kind of feel bad for him because I feel like they kind of typecast him a bit too. You know what I mean?
Don't watch.
And I feel like that happens a lot.
Strippers. Don't watch Zombie Strippers.
I've already watched it, baby. I saw it on demand.
Somebody got me that for we did a holiday thing where we like have white elephant gifts, and that's what I ended up with was that on DVD. They thought it was funny, and we all thought, well, what the hell? This is ridiculous. We've all been drinking. The party's over. Let's throw it in and see what it is. That movie got over with. Nobody said a word. We just sat there and like looked at each other. I went over. I hit eject on the CD player. I took it out. I put it in the case. I walked over to the trash. I pushed the little lever. I threw it in the trash. I closed the lever, and we never talked about it for the rest of the night.
He needed the work.
That was the worst horror movie I have ever seen in my life. That may possibly be the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Redneck Zombies, I promise you, is worse. But there's a lot of those fringe, like indie. I don't think it's fair. I mean, I guess Zombies versus Strippers is like a indie one too, but I definitely think Redneck Zombies is like by far one of the worst movies, because I like to watch like stupid zombie movies on like Hulu or what the fuck ever, whatever streaming service I go through, and they're all just, a lot of times it's one of those things where you fast forward through it just to be like, what the heck, what is this? And it was just the worst thing I've ever encountered in my life. Just awful.
Renfield says it's about aliens and stuff, but I think A Quiet Place with Emily Blunt is scary as hell.
Oh, yes. Aliens are very scary to me. Like, I find aliens a lot scarier than, like, ghosts and stuff, personally.
Also, let's talk about the alien movies when we're talking horror movies.
Banger.
Shaun of the Dead, best zombie movie ever, says Renfield. Hello, Supernatural writer. Welcome on in.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything about that yet because I have it loaded up for other parts tonight.
You say you haven't seen Shaun of the Dead?
Oh, no, I have. I haven't said anything about it because I have it for other topics.
Oh.
Because I love Shaun of the Dead.
Sorry, that's all. That's the only thing I remember from that movie, and I loved it. I think it was that movie. Wasn't that Shaun of the Dead?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, time. Guess we'll have to talk about
again.
the alien movies when
like
Meso comes back next time. A whole nother movie about aliens.
Aliens scare the crap out of me.
I don't like
Warm Bodies. I don't like it.
You don't like Warm Bodies? Is that what you said?
No.
Is that a horror movie?
It's a zombie movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was gonna say I prefer Warm Bodies over Cold Ones, I guess.
Well, that's good.
Giggity?
That's giggity.
Only
I think that's a
Octavius
good
has
thing,
to
yeah?
obey the timer. That was the first episode of the show ever that he had to do that. It was the first episode ever. And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it because I literally mute him.
Oh my god.
It was ridiculous. He was so salty, and he still to this day is salty
It is
about that.
Octavius.
The fact that I muted him when the timer went off, and then I didn't do it to anyone else ever.
That's so good. I mean, it's Octavius, so
We love
yeah,
Octavius.
he is salt. He's the salt king.
He
So
is. Salt Daddy.
saltiest. That's right.
Let's give a shout out to Octavius here. Give a shouty outy to Octavius. Salt Daddy.
Best salt daddy around.
I believe he'll be doing joining Bentley tomorrow for Tuesday with Bentley.
He missed me. My wap 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 wap.
Get out.
Wap wap wap.
I'm sorry.
Is this from today? I think this is from today.
Boopity boop.
It's gotta be
That's how it's
recent.
done. Total professional.
Requires live
Penis.
35
Thank you, Colby.
times.
Penis.
To take in more
God.
long.
That's
God damn Oh.
Thank you,
God,
Monkey
I'm really
Swag,
sorry.
subscribing at
God,
tier 1
it's
for
so true.
5
I'm so
months.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is a long clip.
Right?
Gee,
Oh, I love
geez.
hearing you better fucking run. You better run.
Better run.
Could she say any more British words in one
Saltiest
sentence?
Canadian
I don't
I
know, Bucky. I
know.
think so.
There we go. That is the longest Octavius clip in the history of Octavius clips. Thank you, Monkey Swag, for subscribing for 35 months. Monkey Swag coming on in hot. Welcome in. The
That's a long
saltiest
ass
Canadian
time.
I know, right? The 28 Days Later is probably my favorite zombie series.
Good. So good.
28 Days Later. I don't mind that one for a zombie movie.
So good.
For being a zombie movie, I don't mind it so much. So, Miso, you talked about zombies and shit.
Absolutely.
That I think that's literally your quote. Zombies and shit, I think was what you
Yep.
said. What you sent me.
I could believe it.
How about zombies and shit? It's like, okay, zombies and shit. We
That
mentioned
sounds like me.
earlier, I'm not a big fan of like zombie movies and that kind of stuff. I don't mind some zombie games.
Right.
Obviously the Evil Dead video games. I wish I had an emulator to play old PlayStation games because I would totally play that on stream. But what about the origins of that? Let's talk a little. Let's go away a little bit. We'll come back to the pop culture of zombies, but let's talk
Right
a little
on.
bit about zombies in reality. Where was the first time you actually saw like, oh shit, zombies might be an actual real thing somewhere, or it came from something that's super creepy?
So I actually got hyper focused on zombies back in like I want to say like 04, somewhere in there. Like forever ago. So I started going to the library because I didn't have internet at the time and like looking up stuff about zombies. And I actually found out about like the blowfish type of zombies, which are like the voodoo practice zombies, which
Yeah.
aren't really like anything like zombies that we know in pop culture really at all. They're more like slaves, I guess, like more like brainless, like they just don't really, they're just kind of like,
Right.
they don't try to eat flesh or anything. Yeah, they're just, there. And then also the zombies that are kind of like ghouls in the same vein, like in a lot of Asian cultures and stuff like that. Zombies and ghouls are kind of like, intertwined. So I think that's where I realized where they came from before they became like George Romero style.
Okay. Renfield says, "What's the zombie movie with the guy that played Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy? Batista?" I think it was
Oh, that is
Army of the Dead, isn't it?
Yep. Zack Snyder. I'm pretty sure. I think it's fun. I don't love it, but I think it's fun. I don't hate it.
I didn't watch it. It's Batista. That's probably the only reason I even had an idea what he was talking about.
I do love Dave Bautista though. Love
Ta-
him.
I mean, you mentioned a wrestler in a movie, I probably have an idea of it. So that's
See, I know zombies, you know wrestling.
That's
I don't
true.
know
That
shit
is
about
true.
wrestling. I know he's a wrestler. I don't know shit about wrestling.
or was, yeah. Did you ever
was,
did you ever look into there's a culture, and I don't remember exactly where it is, but there's a culture, and like every year they basically take all of their dead ancestors out of their things, and then they walk them down the streets.
I want to say,
and like they're supposed to be
there's-
animated. They're supposed to like actually walk down on their own.
Yeah. Well, I've actually seen like documentaries on that, and I'm not 100%, so don't quote me. Places like Nepal and stuff, maybe Nepal. I know it's somewhere like pretty remote, but that I know exactly what you're talking about. They're very mummified looking. They bring them into their house, they parade them, they give them like food and goods and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
they
I
put
mean,
cigarettes in their mouth,
obviously,
which let's be
exactly.
honest, something that's
Booze.
extremely flammable. You want to put a cigarette in their mouth?
Yeah, extremely fun, and they also give them booze too.
Yeah.
Like they give them they do all kinds of stuff, money, food, candy, sweets. Because I mean that's pretty common with that kind of like offering. But yeah, I've seen that. I've seen this in documentaries, and again, I don't know exactly where it is, but I've never seen them like obviously move or anything. But I think it's very interesting. That I definitely wouldn't do that. But I mean, it's very interesting to see how other cultures deal with death. You know what I mean? Compared to like America or like even like just Western cultures.
Yeah. So what is I think it's like the Jamaican thought of, maybe it's not Jamaica, but it's that area, Haitian, I think, Haitian zombies. And
Yep.
the you bring in the thing and they're like, is it supposed to be a monster? Is it supposed to be a curse? Do you know anything about that?
So a lot of times the I think the one you're talking about, I'm pretty sure is, if it's the Haitian one, it's the blowfish powder. So it's a neurotoxin essentially, and it's generally used by witch doctors, at least in the cultural belief. Again, a lot of these are like, some of them are documented. Like a guy disappeared for like I don't want to say 40. It was like 20 years or something. They came back and they had buried him. They're like, "What the hell? We buried you. You were dead." And he had been dug up by the person because he wasn't actually dead. He'd been given that neurotoxin, and where he was at, maybe they didn't. Oh my gosh!
Welcome on in, Raiders.
You
It's
tripped me
DM
out.
Wolf. DM Wolf is awesome. DM Wolf is an alumni of Off the Pod. Welcome on in. Give a shout out to our friend DM
goodness.
Wolf over there. That was a little clippy from playing
Fisty,
some
for
Fallout
your first attack.
RPG.
Fisty go on. Somebody needs a fisting. And I rolled.
What?
Hot
Wow.
smash.
Giggity. Giggity. Welcome on in, Raiders. By the way, my name is Nick. I'm the host of Epic Realms. If you want to check out the episode of Off the Pod with DM Wolf, you can check it out over on our YouTube page, along with all of our other guests we've had in the past. I've also been a guest over on DM Wolf's page as well. So go and give a follow to DM Wolf if you want to check out that YouTube episode or any of them. They're right there. DM Wolf, awesome person, awesome podcaster, host, streamer, all of those things. So go and check out the DM Wolf. Welcome on in, everybody. We're doing Off the Pod with MesooThornye. Earlier today, we talked about horror movies and our favorite horror movies, our top 5 horror movies. We also hit a hype train. Every level of hype train, Meso would give us a smash a pass on some iconic horror characters, such as, that guy right there, that handsome guy
That
right there,
guy.
possibly the greatest horror character of all time, or that guy who also, it's all those things, she did smash her pass on that one, and 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 that one. And we have one more on the list, but we never got to it. Maybe we'll still do it later on. So yeah, so welcome on in, Raiders. Hello, Steven the Shark. Welcome in. Steven! You can't say Steven without yelling
Hi,
it.
everybody.
Up, yeah.
Okay,
Turn it up,
Steven.
yeah.
Steven!
Turn it up.
Steven!
Yeah. Turn it up, yeah.
Steven the Shark will be back next week, I believe. Next week will be our part 2 of the Movember RPG special edition event with Steven the Shark, Bentley, Pixel Nix, Rolana Halo, Monkey Swag, Octavius, and myself. So it was a lot of fun. We'll see you guys for that again next week. All right, so what were we saying? We're talking about the Haitian zombies, right?
Yes. We were talking about the guy who got buried and then dug up by someone who had poisoned him with neurotoxin, which is from the blowfish. allegedly. And now this is like documented, but it's one of those things where it's like, a doctor in the middle of nowhere kind of documented it, whatever. But allegedly he wandered back to his original village like 20 years later, and they had discovered that like someone out there who was a witch doctor had poisoned him and dug him up because
Okay.
where they were at, I guess maybe they just it lowers you so much to where it seems like you're dead, right? You don't move for days, you have no pulse, at least it seems, that kind of stuff. But that was like that's pretty much my knowledge of that kind of zombie is like it's a neurotoxin. They blow it in somebody's face allegedly. Again, this is all alleged. I don't know, maybe you have to like drink it, but I've always seen it depicted like just blowing it in somebody's face, blowing
Right.
them.
You blow them. You blow them.
you blow them.
You just
You had to
blow
blow them to zombify them. That's how I do it.
Somebody
I don't
clip
know.
all this shit. Clip all of this shit. You're not clipping. What the hell are you doing here?
Bloom.
So where do you think the connection came with going, okay, well, here's the zombie it originates in this Haitian situation and this whatever, to what we have today in pop culture, where it's like, hey, let's make a movie about these dead monsters that come and eat your brains.
So, oh gosh, I know too much about zombies. So George Romero, who we all know is like the godfather of zombies, he wasn't the originator of zombies. I'm pretty sure there was like vampires in their own sense, or kind of a depiction of zombies, right? Because, and I don't think that Haitian zombies were necessarily the influence for the modern pop culture zombie. I think it was more of the ghoul that was the influence, because a ghoul is a creature that will roam cemeteries and eat the dead, eat the flesh, stuff like that. Also people sometimes, depending on what culture you're in, but it's pretty vast. But I think, and I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's where Romero got his idea from. And it was like there's a bunch of other stuff that influenced Romero, but I think that's where that combination came from. And I want to say the influence of the Haitian zombie probably came over when unfortunately with like slavery and things like that, with people who carried their culture with them, and like a lot of stuff like that kind of bloomed from there. But again, I don't remember exactly I'm pretty sure Romero was more influenced by the ghoul though, and I think that's where it started kind of becoming the I eat flesh.
I wonder
type
why
of vibe.
he chose to have them be zombies as opposed to saying ghoul. I guess zombie sounds cool. It starts with a Z and
Right, actually, that's a good question. I have no idea. That's a good question. I know that he again talked a lot about, because I watched some documentaries on it on his Night of the Living Dead.
yeah, which is kind of
where
the
it kind of like all started. Yeah, exactly.
It's not the originator, but it's the one that
it's the granddaddy. Yeah, it's the one that you think about when you think about the start of zombies in pop culture.
Yeah.
It's Night of the Living Dead, as it should be again. And it he had a lot of like other influences for it, but I am very curious to why he chose the word zombie, and I'm sure I've heard why, but God, if I could tell you. Because I don't fucking remember. But yeah, I think that's where the pop culture one came from, though, was like more of the ghoul type, flesh consuming consumerism.
Yeah.
But speaking of Romero, the original Dawn of the Dead is probably one of my favorite zombie movies still.
Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead?
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
The original.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I do love the remake.
Or Night of the
don't get me
Living
wrong.
Dead.
Night of the Living Dead is good, but Dawn of the Dead came after.
Dawn of the Day of the Night of the Living.
God, he's got so many now. I don't even know the order. I know the very first one was Night of the Living Dead. And then I want to say Day of the Dead. We got Land of the Dead. Oh gosh.
Day of the Dawn of the Night of the
There's a bunch of like
left-handed credenza.
Zombie Hands, that's Evil Dead.
Zombie Hands, yes.
Well, I guess it's
or Adam's Family, one of the two, whichever. Could be one or the other, or could be one in both. Why not? Why not both? I mean,
we have to presume that thing was part of somebody at some point, right?
We don't
I'm
have
curious.
to. I
I'm
mean,
about
it
to say,
could
was
just
he?
be. It could be just
Was he
its
like a
own
creature,
race.
right? That's why I was thinking. Is he like a thing, or is he like part of somebody? Like, I'm very curious to that one.
And if so, are there other parts that do the same thing?
Little penis walking around.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say
Two
it.
balls.
I didn't
I'll
say it.
say it because we're all thinking it.
Plan 9 from Outer Space by Ed Wood also has undead zombies.
Plan
Zombies!
9 from Outer Space. That sounds very familiar. Oh, I can't believe I forgot this. One of my favorite zombie movies. Well, I love like Shaun of the Dead, stuff like that, but Grindhouse Planet Terror.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
I have not.
It's got Rosario. I think it was
Rosario Dawson?
Rosario. Yes, so sexy. With her gun leg. It's
I have
very,
seen it.
it's
I have
very
seen it, yeah.
good. It's very good. I love it.
Yeah, I love all things Rosario Dawson. I remember when she was just like an indie actress, and I was like, she's awesome. I hope she makes
Stunning.
it big. And of course, then she did make it big.
Yeah, she was definitely. I really had a crush on her as a kid in Charmed. So.
And now she's in Ahsoka. Star
Oh,
Wars.
really? I didn't know that. I haven't seen it yet.
She is Ahsoka. She's the main character.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm thinking of a completely wrong person. It's not Rosario. Rosario, I know who you're talking about now. So I'm thinking of Rose McGowan. I'm sorry.
Rose
my
McGowan.
brain.
Yeah, that's a
Rose
completely different person.
McGowan.
Rose
Both
McGowan is a
stunning.
completely different person.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, wait a minute, because I know who Shoko is.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, you had me. I was like, wait a minute. Rose, Rosario.
Yeah, not at
But,
all the same.
Still had a crush on her. Though, just in
McGowan,
Men in
Dawson.
Blacks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's Men in Black now, but
same
she's
difference.
so
You
good
know,
at it. Yeah.
also, Rose
Of course,
McGowan
of
had a
course.
huge crush.
Also, you're gonna say, of course, Jawbreaker.
I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't gonna say Jawbreaker. I wasn't gonna say it, but I
I'll say
totally agree. Totally agree. That is
few
one of the
movies
few movies that actually made me nauseous as I watched it in theaters. Grindhouse.
Really?
Nauseous
Which part? I mean,
because it was like
is it
the
'cause
gore and the grossness, or nauseous
Yeah.
because of like spinniness.
Like Monkey said, is it because his dick melts off, or what is it that grossed you out the most in that movie? Was it the eye melting, the penis melting,
Wow.
the brain eating?
Ghost Pepper Jawbreakers. Hocus Pocus with friendly zombie
Oh,
Billy
that's-
Butcherson.
Oh, Billy. I loved Billy. Poor Billy.
Octavia says he's here for the penis melting.
I know you are, Octavius.
Welcome in, Octavius. We shouted you out a little bit ago, buddy. We love the Octavius. Should be joining.
Penis
Bethany
all about
tomorrow for
penis
Booze Day with
melting.
Bae. Did a little streaming today.
Oh.
That whole scene of him falling apart. Well, probably
Yeah.
the dick melting.
Fair. Good. So yeah, a little bit A, a little bit B. That's fair. That's fair.
So is that
I
part of the
love that
zombie
movie.
curse? Is your dick melts? Is that what we're saying?
So in Grindhouse, it is. Oh gosh, what? Someone tell me what the movie is. I want to say it's Night of the Living Dead. It's when they're in the city. It's a bunch of kids, teenagers, and like the canister gets burst open. It's kind of like that. It's like a war chemical like that the government made, and they're exposed to it. And makes sure like if you're not taking the medicine constantly, that spray, you start bubbling up and melting pretty much, and turning into a beast. Yeah, and it's got Die Hard, Bruce Willis.
Bruce
Isn't
Willis? Oh, I'm in.
Mhm.
I'm in.
Yeah, he's actually a bad guy in it. Well,
in.
he's not. He's a bad guy.
I'm in. But there's zombies?
We found your brother. Yes, there is scary zombies.
Scary.
Fast, bubbly, scary zombies that are goopy.
You.
It's got Tom Savini in it as well.
Of course. It wouldn't be a.
It's got a lot of really good actors.
Did
in it,
he
actually.
bring the penis gun?
He didn't bring the penis gun. He
You're gonna
does
disappoint Octavius.
accidentally shoot people. Dude, I love the cock gun. The cod gun, even.
We love you, Octavius.
No, you're
Enjoy your work.
amazing.
Enjoy your work, Octavius. We loves you. Let's go and check out Octavius if you haven't already. I don't think there's anybody here that doesn't already follow Octavius, but just in case.
If you're not, you're a fool.
If you're
Foolish.
not, you are a fool. A fool, sucker.
Fool.
So what is your top 3 favorite zombie movies? Go!
Shaun of the Dead, Zombieland. Ooh, that's hard. And probably the Dawn of the Dead remake. Not in that order. Probably Dawn of the Dead, then Shaun of the Dead, then Zombieland. That's a hard choice because I love a lot of zombie movies.
You do like the zombie movies.
I
What
do.
about everybody
I
in
have a
chat? What are your
problem.
guys' favorite zombie movies?
Tell us, tell us, tell us. He doesn't water himself, Octavius. What the
How
hell?
often do you want him to water himself?
You need
And
to be
alcohol
constantly
has water on it.
hydrating.
Dawn of the Dead
That's
for
fair.
the win by Octavius. Octavius, Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead is so good. I do love the original Dawn of the Dead too. And I don't love I do love the classics, but they're not any of my favorites necessarily, but I do really love them. But the remake is just so good. The opening is a banger.
I mentioned I like the Resident Evil movies. But I have just
What are your top 3?
Yeah, Resident Evil's probably on the top 3. I do like the ones you mentioned. I like Zombieland was a lot of fun. It had nothing to do with the zombies. It was just, it was just a fun movie.
It's just fun, yeah.
And there was the other, Shaun of the Dead is a good one. I don't know if it's on my top list. I mean, I don't have a lot because I don't really like them in general. So, and 28 Days Later was pretty good. Like I said, I went and saw that in theaters, and I was pretty impressed.
You know what? I was literally about to say, I actually think, if I'm thinking about it, I would kick Zombieland off and put 28 Days Later on there for sure. Because 28 Days Later was just such a good, terrifying zombie movie.
Yeah.
So scary. I would simply die because what the fuck is that? Like, those zombies are so scary and they
What
spread
was your
so
thoughts on The
easily.
Walking Dead? We haven't even talked Walking Dead. How can we talk about zombies in pop culture and not talk about The Walking Dead? Which
Okay,
I've never seen.
So,
I saw the
again,
first
I
episode.
like.
That's a lie.
So the first 2 or 3 seasons of The Walking Dead I really enjoyed, and then it fell off for me as soon as they killed off a certain character. I'm sure most people who've seen it, spoiler alert, Glenn. As soon as they killed him, I was like, all right, I'm done. It just got too for me. The first few seasons had a lot of potential though. Z Nation is better, and the game Telltale's The Walking Dead is one of my favorite game series of all time.
Okay.
And one of the most impactful in my little heart because holy shit. And that's a fun one, even if you don't like zombies. That one, emotionally, just story wise, is so good. It's so good.
Nice. Octavia says Night of the Living Dead, 28 Days Later, and Dawn of the Dead. Wino says Zandy's 28 Days Later. Train to Busan?
Busan is very good.
Busan?
It's a South Korean zombie film. I highly recommend it. Highly. It's got a great got great meat to it more than just zombies. You know what I mean? Definitely lots of gore and zombies, but
Yeah. Dawn of the
Z
Dead.
Nation
Z
was great.
Nation was great. Even the shark likes Z Nation. What about in TV? Is there a TV?
Zombie wise, definitely Z Nation.
Okay.
I think was probably because I can't really think. iZombie wasn't a bad one. I haven't finished it yet though. St. Clarita Diet wasn't bad either. Again, haven't finished. There's so many shows I just haven't finished yet, But there's shows that mention zombies, X-Files and Supernatural, which I enjoy a lot more than any specific zombie show.
Right.
I fucking love the X-Files and Supernatural. So I actually need to finish Supernatural still. I got scared and stopped watching the last few seasons. I was like, oh, you ever watch a show that's really, really good and you don't want the end, so you just stop watching it? That's what I do.
No, I haven't had that.
I
get to the point where I get to the point with the show,
The Last of Us?
Supernatural, Arrow, where I get there and I'm like, they're just doing the same shit they did in the last season. There's no growth. There's no character growth.
Supernatural for me goes in it does really good and then kind of goes down. Then it went really because I think like 2 or 3 seasons from the end. It kind of dipped, right? Kind of the same thing over and over again. You know, I could
Sam,
watch
I'm
it. But
keeping a secret from you. Damn it, Dean, why are you keeping secrets from me? Okay,
Yeah.
I promise I won't do it anymore.
Brother,
Next season,
I
I'm
died. I
keeping a secret
revived
from
you.
you.
I died. Yeah, I revived you. I died. I'm possessed now. Yeah, exactly. And then it kind of picked back up. But someone's to The Last of Us, the game and the show are some of my favorite things in the world as well. Like The Last of Us, the game, 1 and 2, one of my favorite games in the world. I'm actually going to be getting probably right here a tattoo for it next, or a second next tattoo. But I just love it. The show is also very good, and I didn't watch it all because Vulgar, cough cough, takes forever to watch shows, and he wanted to watch it with me.
Damn it, Vulgar.
Damn it, Vulgar.
Yellow says Black Summer did the best beginning of an apocalypse.
Yes, actually, so I don't know about the best, but I do like Black Summer's intro, but the show went from like here, and then it goes like me, and it's actually connected to Z Nation, by the
Okay.
way, if you didn't know that. For those that don't know, they're in the same universe,
Okay.
which is ridiculous because don't seem like the same at all, but
Yeah.
they are.
Rolana says that The Last of Us is a great series. Yellow says all of the time. Girl with All the Kiss is a great picture, but it's a different zombie.
I've never heard that one.
Me either. It's
They're
different
really
zombies.
sad.
Would you
there's a
consider
really
I Am Legend a zombie movie? Or is it just
I've
like
always
a
kinda
monster
considered more-
movie that feels a
Mhm,
little...
I was gonna say more vampires, honestly, in my opinion. Like more ghoulish vampire-y vibes than zombies. Especially because the daylight aspect of that.
Yeah.
Like them, yeah. There is a sad movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold!
It's really, really sad, and it's got what's her name? She's from Signs, the little girl.
Arnold with
It's like
zombies?
It's the saddest zombie movie I've ever seen in my life.
Arnold with zombies?
Yeah, it's
Arnold.
not like it's completely different than any zombie movie I've seen because it's not like fast paced. There's not zombies chasing everybody. It's like a really sad, slow, depressing, so depressing.
Maggie?
Maggie. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, if you want to cry for like 2 hours, go for it. It's good, but I wouldn't watch it again just because I don't like overly sad things. Like I don't want to like be depressed the whole time.
Arnold.
He's very good in
Arnold,
it. It's very
Arnold,
good.
give me your hand, Maggie.
God damn it.
Give me your hand, Maggie. We need to get to the chopper. The zombies are coming.
Does it get to the chopper?
They go to the chopper.
Maggie. Oh god damn it. Does it in Glenn voice. I hate overly sad. I like I can deal with sad horror movies, but I can't deal with sad. Well, that one is, I guess, technically a horror movie, but it feels more like a drama.
Okay.
Stuff in movies like My Sister's Keeper, anything sad, which is funny, it has the same little girl in it. I cannot handle like sad drama movies. I can't do like Lifetime. I can't. I'm not in it. I'd rather be like, yeah, blood and guts, or like laughing than sad. Which
And
is
if
funny because
Nick
some of my
does
favorite
one more Arnold
games.
impersonation, he's going to prepare for a really sad next Claimer's Conquest. You're gonna TPKS because I said Arnold one more time.
Good night, Renfield.
Good night, Renfield. Take care. Have a good one. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. All right. Before we go to break, I've got a song for you. I don't know if you know this song.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'll get DMCA'd for this or not, but
Oh boy.
it's wrong. Is it wrong? Is this song wrong? Yeah, it's wrong. Is it uncouth? Yes, it's uncouth. Is it childishly inappropriate? Very. Is it have to do with zombies? Completely has to do with zombies. Have a listen, guys, and enjoy.
I was alone and I needed a date. I was taking a walk past the cemetery gate when I saw a sign that said for a good time. Take a left down at Tombstone number 8. Went through the gateway and I'm pretty sure I saw some eyes peeking out of a sepulcher. I took a step into the tomb of ill repute. That's where I met her, the zombie prostitute. I'm pretty sure I tore it. I sicked her down, but she didn't have the stomach for it. Her teeth fell out and her tongue fell out to food. But all in all, she was a rotten kind of cute. Well, I was tense, it was plain to see. A sort of rigor mortis was coming over me. I didn't want to see it, but I just had to believe it. I had a stiffy for the stiff in front of me.
Pretty sure I can play this whole song.
Morally, I'm destitute in the tomb of ill repute. She's a rotten kind of cute for a zombie prostitute.
By the way, this is Voltaire. If you guys don't know Voltaire. I forgot about the big musical interlude in the middle of the song.
It's got a vibe.
But like all zombies things, you have to worry about, you know, becoming a zombie, right?
Oh, not that zombie STD.
I mean, that's kind of what it is, isn't it? Isn't that what it is? They bite you and you get it?
Now I'm falling apart from my head down to my toes. I don't know which of my organs is the next to go. I've been such a sleaze since she gave me the disease. Wouldn't you know now I'm a zombie gigolo? I took my first client on a date.
Well, I mean, you might as well, I guess.
Walked to the cemetery gate. I got under her slip, but then I heard her rip. I pulled it out and I said, baby, keep the tip. Morally, I'm destitute in the tomb of ill repute. She's a rotten kind of cute for a zombie prostitute.
Thank you guys. We will be right back in just a few minutes. We're going to take a break, use the restroom, play an ad. When we come back, we're going to talk about the paranormal. We're going to talk spooky shit with the one and only MesooThornye. We will be right back after this break, guys. So stick around. All right, we are back, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for waiting through that break. Well, we took our break and took a break with the break and the break and all of the breaks. If you guys didn't catch us, if you're just coming in, we are talking new topics. Every 20 minutes, we get a new topic.
Yes.
We started off with horror movies. We talked all kinds of horror movies. We also got a hype train where Meso did a smasher pass of our favorite horror icon characters. So you'll have to go back and see what she said for some of those during the hype train. Of course, then we moved on to talking about zombies in culture and pop culture. We chatted about that a little bit more in the pop culture than in the culture, but it's a cool little subject for which to talk about. Why is the rum's not gone and it's right here?
The rum, I would say it's right here. Well, vodka, but tomato.
Vodka. And of course, now we're going to be coming up. We're going to talk about the paranormal here in a bit. It's a generic topic right now. It's, the paranormal. There's all kinds of things in the paranormal. So all kinds of things to talk about. Now, why is this the paranormal, the month of the paranormal? And it started with MesooThornye and Dakabera inviting me on their show, The Thicc and Spooky Ghouls, which is coming up. Boom, right there, the 27th, episode 7. We're talking about spooky kids and creepy things. So that's going to be coming up as part of the big the raid, the hype raidathon, right? Raid train hypeathon for AIM Youth Mental Health. Lisa, you want to talk about that charity a bit?
So AIM Mental Health is a charity that I think this is my second year doing it now, but it's a charity event that the Black Collar Collective does every year. And again, we're kind of pairing up with other people this year as well, which is fucking amazing. Thank you guys so much. But it really focuses on children's youth mental health, and it's a really, really good cause. And last year, I want to say I played something, but this year, we're gonna be having this amazing podcast, and we have just this huge group of people who are going to be one after another, like you said, rating. Oh,
It is nice. We
we
do
do
got
have that going for us.
which is
That's
nice.
right. That is nice. It's so nice. And so is the charity event. So please, it's going to be the 27th. Gosh, I want to see 27th and 28th primarily. I think the intro or the first one might be on Friday, but
Yeah, I
it goes
think
through the
so as
weekend,
well.
but it's all month long. And yeah, we're raising money for the children and research for, in support of children's and youth mental health, which as we've all been teenagers, we've all been kids, we know how important it is to have resources in place for mental health crises and just regulating mental health, especially in such young people.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wino in here. He has the words. You
Raising
have the
money for
words,
new
sorry.
support systems
And I
and
have a
research for
trade.
young children and adolescents. Thank you so much, Wino. Wino, of course, one of the people heading it up. I am also going to be part of it, not just as part of Dr. Barrow's and MesooThornye's Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast. We're going to talk about all things thick and spooky and ghouly. We're also going to be doing, myself earlier in the day, we'll be doing the Forbidden Off the Pod, which I did promise I'd play the trailer, didn't I? I suppose I should probably play the trailer. All right, let's play the trailer. Guys, if you don't know about the Forbidden Off the Pod, we've been talking about this for months, that I would never have Octavius back and I would never have Mucky McFly in the same back together in Off the Pod. Those two guys, the oil and water, they do not mix. But however, this is a thing. Check it out. They say it's forbidden to take two addictions and put them together at once.
Oh, two addictions.
But on April 27th, we are going to do just that.
What happened last night?
Am I missing a tooth?
Oh.
Whose baby is that?
Check its collar or something.
Is there anything you can tell us about what may have happened last night?
Congratulations, dude. You got married.
He is wearing my grandmother's Holocaust ring?
I didn't know they give out rings at the Holocaust.
These gentlemen volunteered to demonstrate how a stun gun is used to subdue a suspect.
Wait a second, what?
In the face! In the face!
Sure you're qualified to be taking care of that baby?
Oh my God!
We're getting married in 5 hours.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
What is going on?
Mike Tyson? This is my favorite part coming up right now.
He still got it.
God damn it, Epic Realms.
So there we go. We got that
The
going
ending
on
of that was amazing.
as well. So you definitely don't want to miss that. It's going to be ridiculous. It'll be the Forbidden Off the Pod. And of course, later on in that day, you just stay in there. Just stay in there. All the raids will bring you along. And eventually you'll be right back with us as I joined Dakabera and MesooThornye, the Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast right here. You can see it right here on the screen. Boom, right there.
Yep.
So you definitely don't want to miss. It's going to be an amazing day. Mark it off on your calendar. That entire Saturday.
And that goes from the let's say 26th to the 28th. So if you can catch any parts of the raid train, even just a lurk, if you can donate anything, it's also means a lot. It really is helping. It's helping a lot. So it helps those kids get the resources that they need. Again, I find that to be incredibly important. Mental health is so important, especially in developing minds. So I hope to see you guys there.
For sure. I also do.
Can't wait.
Got some fun topics here. I've got my research. I'm not gonna just a picture. There we go. There's just a little bit of research, just a little. You guys, whatever.
Little
you
teaser.
just see, just a little bit.
He loves to tease.
I'm actually I've got an invite out to the author of this book for the regular podcast, by the way.
Oh.
So yeah.
You get some crazy awesome guests. So
it's gonna be some cool stuff going on. So yeah, definitely don't want to miss that. Well, we're talking paranormal, all things paranormal today. That's why this is the paranormal off the pod month, a month of paranormal on Epic Realms. Tomorrow we'll be doing the jump scare stream. So if you didn't hear earlier, tomorrow we're going to be doing just jump scare stream. We're going to be playing I'm Counting to 6 from the makers of Summer of 56 or 54 or whatever the hell it was. And all of the stuff they make, their newest one, I'm Counting to 6. I'll be playing that tomorrow live on stream.
That excites me.
All of our sound alerts will be switched over to our jump scare series of sound alerts. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. It's
I am.
No.
I'm so looking forward to it. I didn't know I'm so excited. I love that. I played like probably at least 2 or 3 of those games out of their series so far.
Yeah. I'll
One of
definitely
them was
wearing
for
my
the first
brown
one for the first AIM charity event was one of the first games I played from them.
Oh.
I would say it was Summer of 58.
Yeah, that, and I forget the other one.
Father's Day.
There's another one.
There's a couple,
remember,
yeah.
But they have all kinds of games, and they're all scary and ridiculous.
They're fun. They like to scream at me.
You want to suggest Aona Moon playing Pokemon? I mean, we do have a channel point redeemed for that. We do have a channel point redeemed to choose our raid if you'd like.
I use those points anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you use them up. That's what they're there for.
September 7th. Thank you, Redneck.
September 7th. My brain just farted. What?
That's one other.
Oh,
that's
the
other
game,
one in the series.
I was like, what? What's going on?
What's happening September 7th?
Oh, my brain.
So spooky shit.
Find yourself. That's the
paranormal
game
shit.
Find yourself.
Oh yeah.
That's the other
I got
one.
the collectors. I got like all of them.
Yeah, I played Find Yourself. Find Yourself, I
sale.
think, was the first jump scary type game I played on stream.
I haven't got to see you play one. So
it was either
I'm
that or
excited.
Phasmophobia. Was the first one. One of those two was the first
Phasmo
one.
doesn't really scare me. I mean, I guess it can be like startling, like jump scare wise, but I feel like that's not really like scary.
So
if
for
it's just,
me,
like,
the problem with Phasmophobia is when you walk into the house and it does that like infrasound type thing, that really low boo sound, that gets me every time. And so going in there and then just like the creepiness of like the flashing lights or whatever, it's just not good. It's not.
See, I played that with my brothers. I have 3 brothers. I played that with them. And all we do is go in there and start talking shit to the ghost and piss them off, and everybody starts
It's
getting
different.
murdered.
I think it's different if you're playing with someone.
Right. And or like they don't do anything. And I'm like, what's happening? What am I supposed to do here? Hello? Like but I do like it. And I like Dead by Daylight is another one that I enjoy, but I'm really bad at it.
Yeah, I don't think Dead by Daylight. I don't find that. When I first played it, I thought it was scary. But after I played 2 rounds and I was like, oh, it's not scary. But I know other people, they can't watch me play. People that I know that there are people that come in and they're like, I can't watch you play Dead by Daylight. I just can't. And I'm like, okay.
For me, when I'm playing Dead by Daylight, 1, I'm not good at it. 2, the ones that scare me are like Michael Myers and shit. And it's only because like you don't know their like gimmick is that they stand there.
Yeah,
and just,
they jump scared me. Michael Myers is jump scare. There is a clip.
I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh shit, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, where did you come from?
Yeah, like, oh fuck. Man in the woods. Like, no. And the rest of it just annoys me though. Like the doctor shocking me and I'm like, I hate you. And I'm bad at looping, so I'm not good at Dead by Daylight, but
fair enough. Sass is one of them. Can't watch. Have you, talking about scary games and the paranormal, have you ever done like a ghost investigation or gone and done like trying to get EVPs or anything like that?
So
or gone
me
to
personally,
notoriously well-known haunted locations?
Well, I actually live by Bobby Mackey's.
Oh God.
Yeah, I live like very close to. Well, I used to, not anymore, but I used to live like very close to Bobby Mackey's, and there was actually a part of Bobby Mackey's that is not like the tourist trap part of Bobby Mackey's, right? Because let's be real, it's become a tourist trap. There is like tunnels, sewers, probably like drainage pipes underneath Bobby Mackey's that have like a well in them. And I wish I would remember. I'm sorry, my brain has been such a the last couple weeks have been rough. I meant to actually save it for you. Our friend, his name is Bobby. They went investigating down there, and I have not been myself, but they have been.
That's one of the few places I'm like, Nick, do you want to go with like well-known? If they're like, do you want to go with the most well-known paranormal investigators in the world to Bobby Mackey? They'd be like, no, I don't. You can't pay me to go there.
So, well, I would definitely go. I just didn't I wasn't aware at the time because this was a long time ago that they were going, and it was the tunnels under. There are tunnels under Bobby Mackey's. There's tunnels under there. Don't go there for legal blah blah blah. I'm not saying to go there, but there is some under there, and he has a picture of it, and it looks like he's standing there like this, right? He's in the picture, and next to him on the ground, and like there's like a tunnel system. It looks like a person crawling, like it just looks like someone's face and like they're crawling. And I am actually quite a skeptic. I know I love horror stuff, but I do find because people, the human brain is complicated and a lot of people confuse things. I'm not saying it's not real. I am open-minded to things like that. I have not personally, except I will go into another example here in a second. I have not personally really experienced anything paranormal in the sense of ghost, right?
Yeah. And hello, Succubus, by the way. Welcome on in.
Hi. Oh, hi, Succubus. I love you. But yeah, I found that to be a very convincing photo because I know this guy. He doesn't, especially back when this happened was God, I want to say 2010, 2011. It was not, you know what I mean? It wasn't that recent. It was something that he posted to Facebook when it first came out. And it's a very convincing photo. If it's a photo error or something, it's a very fucking weird one. It looks like very distinctive arms, but the face is it's very transparent. The eyes are white. I'll have to send you the picture at some point if I can remember to do it.
Yeah.
But only other example I can think of personally on the ghost level of the paranormal was we lived in a house and my husband Vulgar face. His uncle passed in our house. He had cancer. He was sick, so he was with us when he passed, and he had always worn a robe, right? Always wearing a robe, just being comfortable, stuff like that, because it was, we knew what was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
But his mother is actually a very big believer in the paranormal. She actually was part of a ghost investigating team that actually went to Bobby Mackey's, Hocking Hills, a lot of those very famous places in the area. And they did ghost hunting there. And what's crazy is they didn't really catch anything there, but they caught something in our house. And
never investigate your own house, people. Never investigate your own house.
We had moved out. It was after we had moved out. They had gotten permission when we moved out to do this with her ghost hunting team because she's part of a team. But they came in, and I think it's, again, I'm a bit of a skeptic because I know people fake stuff for clout too. But I know for a fact that she, one, doesn't have the knowledge to do that. No one in her team. They're kind of older folks. There's no way in my mind that they could have faked what I saw and what it is. I forgot what it said. You hear a voice and it's right outside his room. And again, he used to wear that robe and it's like a clip and it looks like a man, like a part of a man with a robe, moving
right
through the doorway of his bedroom. And there was a voice that sounded just like him. And to me, those are the most profound. And again, like I said, that makes me very open to it. And I even don't necessarily know if it's the dead, their actual spirits, or some people believe that they're remnants, right? Markings or energy. And I think I kind of lean more towards that, or but that's hard to explain for me, right? So I found those to be very interesting. So I haven't personally gone I would love to, because I would love to experience. I would love to see, again, I'm very open to the thought, and I'm definitely someone that's I kind of need to see it to believe it in person. It would help me a lot more to kind of accept that kind of stuff, right, as that more than something else, if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. It totally makes sense.
Have you? You seem like someone that would go ghost hunting. I'm assuming.
No, I haven't.
No.
Not.
I'm surprised.
Not for lack of wanting to. Just.
Right.
I'm very. I and my family have always been very sensitive, and I've had enough experiences in my own life that I'd be concerned about something following me back, no matter what my intentions are. I know that they would go, "Hey, look, there's a shiny beacon. Let's follow them. They know we're here. We can communicate with them."
Right, attaching.
And so that's something I'm always super highly concerned about. Anytime I go anywhere, and usually I walk into a place. I said this not long ago in a conversation. It might have been on stream. It might have not been. That my wife and I went and we were looking at houses, and we walked into a room, and I was like, just that room. I was like, nope, we're out of here. I grabbed her, I turned her out of the room, and I left. I knew immediately the second I walked into that room was haunted. We'll go into antique stores.
Okay.
And I'll go into an area, and I'll be like, "There's an haunted something right here."
Do you think it's haunted by spirit, or do you think it's haunted by energy?
That's my something question. There that's not nice.
Do you think it's sentient? I guess is my.
I don't know. I can't. I really don't.
Right. That's fair.
I don't like. So I don't. That's not a muscle I flex regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And
right,
so
and I don't know where your thoughts are on like intelligent hauntings versus imprints, I guess.
Yeah. And there are, I think there are intelligent hauntings versus residual.
Maybe both, right?
Because there's definitely residual where, the pattern. Grandma went up and down these stairs every single day, regularly at 5 o'clock.
Right.
And then she passed away, and now every day at 5 o'clock you hear those stairs creeping.
Mm-hmm.
That's not intelligent. That's a residual haunting. That's something that's been sitting there forever.
Right.
That's the stored energy of something, a repetitive thing that's happened over and over and over.
It's not something knocking back twice when you ask a question or anything,
right,
something like that. Right?
Now, do I think that there are intelligent hauntings? Do I think that there are intelligent things out there? Yes. Yes, totally. Totally do. I totally think so. I think that there is intelligence after there, because you can interact with them very specifically, when you can ask them to do specific things and that they are capable of doing, and then they do them based on yes or no questions.
Right.
How do you not?
See, I wish I could. I've never experienced anything like that, and that's I guess like part of my hesitation is like, why do you think, if you have a thought on this, I don't know if you do, but why do you think some people become, if they're like intelligent spirits versus like not, like just not being there? Because like for me, my mom was she very definitely believed in that stuff, and I feel like if someone could be a ghost, that bitch would have been a ghost, and she would have been thrown. You know what I mean? Like and that's where part of my hesitation is. But I don't know if maybe there's like a specific reason people, become spirits more so, and that's why she wouldn't, right? Maybe she didn't have unfinished business, or maybe it's not traumatic because she passed of cancer, so it's not traumatic, but she passed in her in bed, stuff like that. It wasn't like a brutal like homicide, anything crazy like that. So I'm curious what your thoughts on that are.
Raid! Pause this timer. We got a raid from my buddy DJ. That's Joker. DJ, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome on in, Raiders. Shout out to Death Joker. There he is right there. Boom! Doing some DBD. He was doing his Dead by Daylight stuff. Go check him out. If you guys like Dead by Daylight, if you want to do tournaments, even if you're not good, go on over there. They run Dead by Daylight 1v1 tournaments. It's awesome. Awesome.
That
shit.
monster cracks me up. He looks so funny.
Right?
Like a triangle with noodle legs.
I'm too drunk. DJ, you're too drunk. Cheers, buddy. Cheers to you.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're
Clinky,
doing a
clinky.
cheers. Okay, clink.
That's Joker, the Drunk by Daylight streamer. If you like Dead by Daylight, if you like drinking, if you like Dead by Daylight, if you like ridiculous fun, and if you just like a freaking cool dude, go and give Death Joker a follow. You won't be disappointed. He's so much fun.
Fabulous.
Super laid back and such a cool dude. We love Death Joker. Death Joker, take care of yourself, all right? Get some water. Channel legend, one of the people to donate quicker than I could drink, and I lost. Oh, you challenged somebody.
Oh no.
Yeah, no drinking challenges
Oh
for Death Joker.
no.
So
Drink
there you
water.
go, guys. If you like
All
to
the
see
water,
the shit
please.
hit the fan, Death Joker is where it's at.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't like to see shit hit the fan?
Shit hitting the fan.
Drink water. Hydrate.
Hydrate, water, food, bread. But welcome in everybody who came along. My name is Nick. I'm the host of Epic Realms. We do all kinds of stuff. Monday is talk show night. Today we're doing off the pod with MesooThornye. It's a paranormal type stream tonight. All kinds of paranormal talk. We have done all kinds of topics. We did horror movies. We talked zombies and culture and pop culture. Now we're just kind of talking paranormal in general, paranormal investigation, stuff like that. Next week we're going to be doing a podcast interview with the one and only Ed Greenwood from Forgotten Realms, D&D, all that kind of stuff. He's an amazing friend of the show. We've got a scary jump scare stream tomorrow. We do all kinds of video games here. We got tabletop role playing on Wednesdays. Everything you want, you can get here. So go ahead and click that follow button if you haven't already.
Get it.
But most of you from Just Jokers, you probably already know us. So welcome on in, and we loves you all. I'm wasted. I can't see straight. Well, then
that is not
see not straight. That's fine. You don't have to be straight, DJ. You don't have. It's okay. It's acceptable. It's 2024. It's acceptable.
That's right. Damn it.
But yeah, we love the Death Joker. Here. Let's get another little shout out for him. Another thing, is it cool if you just want to chill and bullshit for a while? Well, that's the point of the show, Monkey Slag.
You still hit
absolutely.
That founder badge every
it's
month,
my favorite thing to do.
Big respect.
Oh
you hit that
boy.
founder badge every month.
There he is. And plus he's got that sexy accent and voice that like deep baritone.
That is a nice accent, yeah.
Dana.
Nice.
Wow. Holy shit.
I'm so bad at this fucking game.
You just need to play more.
You know, I told myself I wasn't gonna drop the F-bomb so much on your show, and I still did it.
Fucking A. What are you doing dropping fucking F-bombs?
She timed her.
But I don't feel so fucking bad now.
There
Thank
you go. Just because I don't swear doesn't mean you have to refrain.
Well, I just every time someone shouts me out of their channel, I'm just like, oh no, oh boy, here we
comes an
go.
F-bomb? Yeah.
Yep, here it goes.
It's all right. That's all right.
Cool,
we don't mind. I'm marked as 18 plus. We're marked as 18 plus.
That's damn right. Me too. Only ever, forever.
Forever and ever.
For everything. Forever and ever.
So what was your question? You asked me about something about the paranormal.
Oh, I think we were talking about why do you think spirits linger? I guess is like why certain spirits linger and some people don't, I guess. Like what is a spirit like what do you think a ghost is? Like
I have a handful of thoughts. I think they're different. They're all a little different. Like we talked about the residual hauntings. Obviously, I think there's a lot of things that it's like there's always the unfinished business theory. There's the afraid of judgment, afraid of what comes afterwards. You don't want to move on, so you stay here.
Right.
Your force of will keeps you here. There's that whole theory, which I think is part of it. I also think that it's not, another part of me in the back of my mind says it's not, you're not staying behind. I think there's multiple, our psyches and our energies are large. If you go with the whole thought of there's multiple, the multiple universes theory, and there's multiples of us, and that each one of us is kind of connected. This little string is connected to this overall larger conscious that sees it all. Why can't that just be a piece of you, a piece of your personality that's there, an extreme emotional part of you that is there? Like sometimes you go into these haunted locations, like this person was known, he always seems to be attacking female people in this asylum or whatever. Well, that person wasn't just all that they were, but that's the one piece that is stuck in that place, right?
Right.
So why can't
so
it just
you
be
think it might just be a part of them?
Yeah, why can't it just be a part of it? Now,
like their anger or their fear, I guess, like that part of them.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's a little combination of multiple things. I literally think that there are different, each haunting is unique and different, and there is more to it than just, person died here, now they're stuck here forever. I don't think that's
Well,
the case. I think that it is
you mentioned,
circumstantial.
yeah, you mentioned the multiverse kind of theory of it, and that's actually something that I very heavily lean towards, in the sense of people feeling, especially like seeing things, I guess, within buildings that they live in and things like that. It makes me very curious if there's slips, right? Because there's a lot of theories. We get into that whole thing too, right? That's a whole nother bucket of worms. But like that there is, multiple universes. There could be splits or tears, and that's a heavily believable theory for me, is that you're feeling something. Because I mean, it's kind of, it hasn't been proven, but it's very likely that we are in a multi-universal, or kind of, there's more than just us, right? Like there might be more than just one copy of us. And I actually think like reincarnation could kind of go into, not that I necessarily believe in that, but if it is, it would kind of make sense. I would say it would make sense though, because if it is, it can all kind of go hand in hand, right? Like the multi-universal, that theory with reincarnation, like you just go into that. I've heard the theory like that when you pass, you go into the life that you're living in a different, universe.
Yeah.
You like what, that I've heard that theory before, and I think that is
the one that I like the
know,
most.
yeah.
That is the one that I attune to
I
the
like to
most.
think of that.
And
Yeah,
here's the
I would
reason.
say I like it.
Here's the reason, because we kind of have proof of it. Have you ever heard of a Mandela effect?
I have heard of the Mandela effect, yeah.
To me, the Mandela effect is where you die and your consciousness moves from one location to the other, to another, the closest location where you didn't die at that point. But when you look at it, there's the Mandela effect, because I can trace back. There was a car accident that happened for me. I never actually got into a car accident. My vehicle slipped and it went this way, and I spun and I went face to face with a semi that was coming at me. And I just it literally, there was a scratch on my windshield, on my side mirror from the semi going by me. The next day, there were changes. There were things that I saw that were this wasn't real. Coca-Cola used to have a squiggle. It would say Coca, squiggle, cola. Now it's just a dash. You look back in history, all the antiques, everything. None of them ever had that little squiggle. Ever.
I feel like I remember squiggle as well.
There's so many that literally within the next week, I kept seeing this that's weird. Oh, that's weird. What do you mean this isn't the thing that happened? So yeah, and then through every year there's this thing, and I'm like, no, that's not the whatever. We are the champions. The song. We are the champions. Bum bum bum. End of the song.
What?
It doesn't.
My friends.
That's how it is. No, but it's supposed to be of the world. It's supposed to be how it ends, but it's not there.
Yeah.
There is no rendition of that song where it ends like that. There is none. You go look it up. It doesn't exist.
So for me, and when people, just so people know this, when you go to look up the Mandela effect, like he said, there is some very legitimate ones. Like what he just said, I could have sworn that ended with "of the world" or what the fuck ever.
World.
Yeah, I could have sworn, and I could have sworn Coca-Cola, especially for the holiday, glass bottles had the squiggle. But if you go to deep dive this stuff, there is a lot of goofy that is going to detour you, because like I said, I've heard of Mandela, I've looked into it and stuff. Don't let that detour you from the legitimate ones. Think about your own stuff before you go looking into it, so you're not influenced.
Yeah.
Bearstein or the Bearstein Bears. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff like that. And of course, the Mandela effect is based off of Nelson Mandela dying in prison when he didn't die in prison. A bunch of people remember him dying in prison. Stuff like that.
Because that was the first big mainstream one. I had a similar one with Nancy Reagan when she passed away. I remember very distinctly all of the stuff that everybody was like, yeah, she passed away because her husband had passed away 3 months prior. And people were like, yeah, it was she basically died of being heartbroken. And then here, years later, oh, Nancy Reagan died. What?
Right.
That's not news. Or Michael Keaton's dad. Not Michael Keaton. Michael Douglas's dad. I forget Michael Douglas's dad's name. People in chat can help me out with that. Michael Douglas's dad. God, why can't I think of his name?
Say some of the only family dynasties I know is the Skarsgårds, and the rest I can't remember. I know there's other ones.
Kirk
There's
Douglas.
lots of
Kirk
them.
Douglas.
Oh, mm-hmm.
You know, Kirk Douglas died. No, he didn't. Still alive. Barbara Bush killed a guy. Barbara Bush killed a guy. I don't remember.
Barbara Bush did kill a guy. Yeah, she hit him with her car.
Oh, wow.
It's a joke me and him have. It's from Family Guy.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Barbara
so
Bush
that's
did kill a
my
guy.
connection of why I think we have multiple versions of us that are all kind of connected to these strings.
Absolutely. That I feel like that is, for me, one of the more explainable things for like ghosts. Not that I don't necessarily believe other varieties of ghosts even, or like theories of spirits. Just for me personally, again, I'm someone that has to like experience it, right? Like once I can experience that and not explain it, it's just the world, nature in itself, everything, the human brain by itself is so complicated and weird, and so many weird natural occurrences happen that people will confuse as aliens, supernatural, things like that. And I feel like a lot of people will water down real experiences with their confusion, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. So it's for me, I feel like it would be a lot more useful to experience it. That way I can be like, okay, for me, I cannot explain that. That's fucking crazy. And now I can, really say that I believe that that is a possibility,
And I also think that you can see those alternate life forms through dreams a lot of time. There are plenty, and I can't really explain, but dreams come in all different shapes and sizes. So I can personally tell when I'm having a dream that's just a dream, and when there is something else going on with that, some other connection, whether it's a visitation from someone who's passed on, because you can have a dream about someone who's passed, but then you can have a dream where it's something else, it's something different. And I usually wake up, I can tell the difference between when I've had one versus the other. And I also think that you can eavesdrop into some of those other lives, especially because sometimes
like
it's
astro projection.
Kind of, yeah. Or just see through the eyes, or you get to follow that line back to somewhere else, and you get to go, this doesn't, there's no way that I would have a dream about this in particular, because it is so close to home. One of them that I will always vividly remember is dreaming about. I never stopped doing the wrestling. I followed that a lot more in another life.
So you think you're seeing through your other self's eyes,
Correct.
Essentially, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, because I've always heard again of astral projection, and like people that are die or on the brink of death, seeing themselves from the outside.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. But that's very interesting. I think that's I think it's the first time I've heard of that. But I mean, that would for me not be like a far fetch, especially if those other versions of us exist. I don't see why there wouldn't be somehow we are connected.
Right.
There's a lot of theories just in science. Even if we're looking outside the paranormal, if you want to get down to the science level of it, that would make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? So absolutely. For me, I don't really dream very much. Because I have a lot of nightmares and stuff like that.
Vitamin B13. Do you sleep on your back?
I'm a side sleeper.
You're a side sleeper. Okay. Usually people who sleep on their backs are more prone to nightmares.
Yeah, that freaks me. I was literally about to say when I sleep on my back, I have nightmares. So
people who sleep on their back are more prone to nightmares.
I also have a doobie snack a lot before bed because it helps me not have nightmares. Because I literally just have a lot of really. I think one of the first nightmares I had about Vulgar Face, my husband, all the way back in 2007 when we first got together, I had this horrible dream where he kind of blob or thing styled absorbed into a mass of horror and scooched up the wall and burst into spiders, like a horror movie vibe. So
yeah. Thank you, Timer, for saving us from the rest of this story. Jesus Christ.
I don't like nightmares. I don't like dreams. So for me, I don't have any fun dreams like that. Mine are nightmares. But
I used to have reoccurring nightmares about the end of the world all the time.
I have a lot of post-apocalyptic nightmares, but I watch a lot of like
A
post-apocalyptic
lot of alien
movies.
invasions. I had a lot of alien invasion nightmares as a kid before I even knew what aliens were. I didn't know what aliens were, and I was having dreams of alien invasions and like UFOs
Oh.
and flying things. And yeah, well, as a
Aliens are
child.
such a scary, overwhelming, like I am way more fucking scared of like an alien invasion than I would be of like some kind of like monster or ghost or anything like that. Aliens are so much scarier. I remember even I'm watching those movies with
Says
my
the
mom.
person with
those
the
really scary
giant
movies.
alien eyes on their backdrop.
They're kitty cat. They're putty cat. They're spooky putty cats.
They are definitely spooky.
They're spooky. I mean, I think aliens are really fucking cool, but I mean, if you think about it again, I'm like on a scientific level, aliens, if they if they actually decided to do what the fuck ever, if they come here, it's probably not going to be good, right? Like it's probably not going to be a good thing. Like a lot of physicists and scientists have theorized that like if aliens actually like were to reveal themselves, if they've not already been here, we're just going to say outside, because I think they have personally. But,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right. But for me, it's like, it's probably not gonna be good, right? If they're like, all right, we're done caring about making it secret, we're done with you guys, like anything like that, their technology, their power, their everything would be. Have you ever seen oh my gosh, it's a alien horror movie back in the day, super fucked up. Oh, so scary. Guy gets like taken up on a
Close
ship.
Encounters of the Third Kind?
No.
What do you mean? That's what they were talking about in chat earlier.
No, it's a different one. Alien. Now I'm gonna have to look it up because it's gonna drive me
Sigourney
crazy.
Weaver? Completely different.
No,
alien
that's
movie.
Alien. I love that's one of my favorite movies. Alien wise.
Notice that.
I
You
love
didn't
Sigourney
even
Weaver.
mention it during our horror section.
That's different. That's I mean, because it's not my favorite. I have a lot of favorite horror movies.
But you should have could have at least like honorable mention.
That's true. That's true. Aliens
Smash,
is
by the way. Smash, everyone. Smash.
Absolutely. Have you ever heard the tale of Sigourney Weaver's bush?
Are we talking about Sigourney Weaver or the alien?
Sigourney Weaver, her bush.
I was talking about
her
the
pubis.
aliens. Because that's the horror movie icon right there.
That's fair. You know what?
I need me a queen.
Also Smash.
I need me a queen.
Also Smash.
Smash.
Oh, let's see. What is it fucking called?
Sigourney Weaver. So about Sigourney Weaver's bush.
Oh, so back in the first Alien movie, I believe it was, she refused to shave her bush, so someone had to go through for all like the promo and stuff and like edit out her bush in those low cut panties, but I just think that's one of the funniest things in the world that someone had to go through, like son of a bitch, like editing out bush. Fire in the Sky. The movie is called Fire in the Sky.
I thought that was a movie about ghosts or about dragons.
No, it's from 1993. It's got It's got the guy from Terminator. It's got all kinds of people in it, but
yeah. I just looked it up and I saw the cover. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that.
It's very scary. That one traumatized. I watched that as a kid too. I was born in 92. That came out in 93. I watched that with my mom at some point when I was a kid. Scared the fucking shit out of me.
Signs is pretty.
Yes, the scene with the birthday party. Now when I watch it, I'm like, I don't understand why that scared me. But like as a kid, that scene where the aliens like, walking through by the birthday party scared the absolute shit out of me. And I was like, oh God, should I start leaving water everywhere? Is that a good, should I do that?
Yeah.
Like
leave the water out for the Octavius. He needs the hydration.
He does. He is the aliens just burning with the hydration.
Wow.
He's gonna feel a burning in his ear. He's gonna be like, "Are they talking about me?"
Well, he's already got a burning in his pants, so I mean,
always. That's just Octavius.
You're welcome, Octavius. Octanicon 2024, coming back at you.
Gosh, but yeah. So where we start talking about aliens, fuck it, we might as well talk more about aliens.
What's your favorite alien race?
Oh, ooh, okay, ooh.
Are you a reptilian person? Are you a Greys person? Are you a Nords person?
I think
Are
I
you
think
in,
I'm
what's the
great.
insectoid? Is that the other one? The insectoid ones?
Oh,
The
from
ones- the big praying mantis
Super Troopers, another great fucking movie.
No, I'm
Super
talking about
Troopers.
reality, but I don't. So there's aliens and Super Troopers.
Are they not? Oh, not Super Troopers. Starship Troopers. Super Troopers is a great movie though. Broken Lizard is a great.
Who wants a mustache
production.
ride? Sorry.
That's. You boys ever been to Mexico? Just
Now he's now
feeling
see
out.
here, meow.
Hey, what are you laughing at, boy? I'm sorry. I thought you said meow.
Meow.
You listen to me, meow. I love that movie so much.
Now
have
why
not
would
seen
I
the
be
second
saying
one.
meow? Meow.
Have you ever seen their horror movie, Club Dread?
No.
Oh my god, that's
You still
so
haven't
good.
answered
It's
my
a-
question though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Favorite? Oh, Grace. I think it's Grace. Honestly, well, I guess greens or grays because they kind of look the same but different shades. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them have the same like big eyes, like that stereotypical Roswell. I think is my favorite because of X-Files.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I am obsessed with the X-Files. So
Do you think that there are actually different races of them that have visited us?
now I believe there's different races now that have visited us. I don't know because I personally believe some are made up. I think again, people are crazy. People also make stuff up. People get confused. But I also believe that a lot of stuff has been made on purpose to seem silly,
Mm-hmm.
to discredit other stuff, some of the alien races. And then I think really aliens are more likely an off branch of humanity somehow, like a lot of other things, right? In my opinion, evolutionary wise. So I don't know. I don't know about different races here, but I think it would be statistically unlikely that in the whole all the galaxies, not just our universe or our galaxy, all of them, that there wouldn't be more than one type because we would be alien, right? So
Right.
there's us. If there's us and grays, there's two right there because we
Right.
would be aliens, just not to us. So yeah, I think it would be silly to think that there isn't.
Do you think
Absolutely.
that things like cryptids and demons are actually just aliens, or do you think that they are a
Now-
separate entity?
Ooh, the demon one got me a little excited. So, I love
That's what I'm
the
here for. I'm here
idea.
to make you excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Sorry, Volga.
He's
Oh, look, blushing again. There's that tomato
So-
we were talking about.
tomato, miso tomato. He knows all about the tomato.
Whoa.
Making ketchup.
Oh, it's Ivan. I'm sorry.
So, where were we? What were we? So refresh my brain.
We're talking about how you look like you're sunburnt right now.
Always, almost all.
No.
I'm pink.
Do you think that things like cryptids and demons
Oh, yes,
and
demons.
whatnot
Demons.
are more alien in nature and
So-
actually aliens instead of like the
There is
religious?
a lot of like the demons. Yeah, Redneck said demons, more specifically cryptids. I think, in my opinion, in my very, very, except for maybe Bigfoot and a few other ones that I think most cryptids. I love them. I think they're so cool and interesting. But again, I'm a bit of a skeptic. I think a lot of them are tall tales.
Okay.
You don't go into the woods at night, kind of like warnings. I think a lot of them are misidentification of animals with mange or animals that exist in general, but are maybe not native to the area. I don't think that they're aliens, but demons, however, I think people that maybe have thought like there's a lot of ancient history and that kind of stuff where they talk about that. And if you go do your own research, there's a lot of cross referencing between aliens and demons, right? So you see something come out of the sky, angels too, right?
Yeah,
Biblical things in general. People will see things, they think they're religious figures more than they would even think aliens because they wouldn't put that together back then. They wouldn't think aliens and think, oh, that's God, right? Like,
Right.
motherfucker just came from the sky and like, did whatever, showed us this technology, whatever. But I think it's way more likely that demons were misidentified or like at least cross-pollinated with the idea of aliens. Absolutely, for sure. Especially because we were just watching the solar eclipse, right? We were in the line totality. And I was looking at that through the NASA cam, and I was like, damn, no wonder people thought shit was coming to an end way back in the day when they saw stuff like this, right? So it's like, you wouldn't think back then, oh, this is an alien from a different planet. You might not even know about the other planets necessarily. Beside, well, I mean, a lot of them did know astrology, but they would be like, oh, that's an angel or a demon, whatever. If they're coming in, like, taking people, causing death or anything like that, because we do know that, like, some aliens are allegedly, like, take livestock or kill livestock, take people, probe, whatever, abduct people, whatever you want to say,
Don't threaten me
surgeries.
with a good time.
Right. The probing is just like a good time, right? But the surgery is not so much. But yeah, I think it's definitely likely that they thought they were being possessed, even, like, right, when they're
Right.
abducted. So I don't think back then they would have been able to explain it as aliens. I think they would explain it as a religious thing. So absolutely.
There has been talks about, a lot of people have talked about, using religion on alien beings, being like, I am a devout follower, like Jesus saved me, or Buddha, whatever it is there, whatever your religious connotation is about that. And I was so intrigued by that, the fact that people said, the people that have had these encounters said that worked, that using Jesus's name or whatever religious context name
Interesting
on the aliens kept them away. I was like, how does that work? And there was, I watched or listened to a whole show on it, and I thought that was so fascinating. If it's real, if it could just be bullshit. But what kind of connotations does that have in connection to the other things that using, a Michael's prayer also relate?
Right. See, I definitely lean towards. Right. I definitely lean towards, like, the more, like, aliens misinterpreted as demons than demons as aliens, right?
Yeah.
Like, aliens coming down and they get, I don't know. I find that, I don't know. I find that really hard to believe the other way. You know what I mean? More so.
Right.
Because I'm more inclined to believe that aliens exist than demons, in my opinion. But that's just me, right? And, like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion on that. And I do believe, again, then there's just, like, probably a lot of
crossover.
Yes, exactly, of these things that can confuse as one another or misidentified. Absolutely. And I'm not saying that one doesn't exist over the other. I'm just saying I'm personally more inclined to believe that aliens exist over a spiritual being, I guess, of, like, a demon proportion.
Yeah. Well, some people talked about, like, some of the ancient Egyptian, like, some of the pharaohs were, like, half alien. Like, they are the offspring of an alien, and that's why they have the voice of God or whatever, and God being an alien. It's like, hello, ancient aliens shows. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Do.
Right. Are you someone that believes that the pyramids were aliens, or do you think it was probably just people? Because, I mean, people are very innovative, people were very capable, way more than we give credit for back then.
I'm a little column A, column B sort of thing. I think I don't think that we could have done it by ourselves.
I don't think the aliens did it. I think that we were given the technology or the know-how, maybe.
Right.
Or the guidance. You know what I mean? I don't think they would take the time, first of all, to be like, let me build this for you.
Exactly.
So
that's my thought. I don't think, hundreds of thousands of people took perfectly chiseled bricks and moved them, hundreds of thousands of miles across the continent just to make a pyramid. No, I don't buy that. And the fact that you look at it and you go, okay, these pyramids aren't just in Egypt, right? They're all over the world.
No, absolutely, yeah. And that's something I don't think a lot of people know that. And they're not as old as you think they are.
Welcome
a
home,
lot of
Wino.
them. Wino, welcome home. I always forget that you're like 3 hours behind. Well, at least me. But yeah, and I think for me, something I find very interesting with ancient cultures is even necessarily their architecture and pyramids, because you see a lot of crazy architecture, a lot of great, like, even just For example, sculptures. Some of the sculptures that were made way back in the day that you wouldn't think would be possible with even tools that we have now.
Right.
They happened. They did. They were possible. They did happen. People did make them. But it's their astrology. It is their lighting. They were able to create full lighting sources within the pyramids of some of these places. They had an idea of where planets lied way more than you like. How the fuck do you know that?
Right.
Like a lot of stuff like that. It's like, yeah, they could have looked up. And humans, again, I never want to, and that's where a lot of my doubt for a lot of stuff comes from, is humans are incredibly insane, adaptive, knowledgeable alien creatures, if you
Right.
think about it. And a big part of my belief is that we're not necessarily aliens, but we're not, our idea of being human isn't necessarily true. Everyone wants to know where that leap in evolution is. I think it has some kind of alien intervention or something like that. You know what I
Something
mean?
else, yeah, had a hand
Yeah,
in it.
absolutely. Because the jump that was made, the way our brains work, all the things, the jumps in technology are just like beyond. Even for when I was a kid, I'm 31. Even from when I was a kid to now, the jumps in technology have been astronomical, and the things they were doing back then, the pyramids, should not have been possible. Like
Right.
the lighting, the astrology, them lining the pyramids perfectly from where you would have to be in the sky at minimum. You ever heard the Aztec lines?
Yes.
Another very
Yeah, the Nazca
interesting
lines.
example. Nazca, thank you. Nazca lines. Very interesting. Like, how the fuck would that be? Like, I guess with those, technically they could have found some kind of hill that maybe isn't there anymore, something like that, but it's very unlikely. It's very hard to explain.
Yeah.
And that's
you
where
can't
I think,
see it
yeah,
from you can't see it from the
Mhm.
ground, but
the
you can only
ground.
see it
Yeah, you
from
have
the
to have
sky.
it up. Yeah, and even on like some of the hills around there, you can't see it like that. You have to be in a plane, like you have to be in a chopper,
Which
to
they
see
didn't
the
have
full
back
image.
then.
No, and it makes you, and that's where I start thinking like, okay, that's where my belief in aliens come from. The evolution of humans, I find to be odd. I think a lot of creatures on Earth, again, we're all kind of alien, right? I mean, if you look at some of these animals and bugs and stuff that they're finding even now, it's completely insane. So, I mean, I don't think it's a far leap to say that we're, at least partially alien,
Right.
or
Welcome
have
in,
like
Britter's
aliens
Bear.
with big.
Britter's Bear. Welcome in.
Brit, I love you. Brit's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Welcome on in. Thank you for joining
Another
us.
amazing member of the Black Collar Collective.
The Black Collar Collective. We're
Talking ancient aliens.
yeah, talking ancient. We talked about we were talking about the pyramids, and I saw this last year. I saw the Zunantatich Mayan ruins, giant pyramid,
Ooh.
and I stepped up to that thing and I just took my breath away. I just stood there.
I was about
in
to say
awe. It's
that
like,
would be amazing.
no, that's been on my bucket list. Like, I don't have a bucket list.
Absolutely.
I don't really have a bucket list, but one of the things I've always wanted to see was some sort of big ancient, like something that you don't normally see in modern America. Like, you can't get here. You have to go somewhere else.
Absolutely. And I have such a big boner for I have such a big boner for architecture and archaeological anthropology. I wanted to be an anthropologist for like a really long time. It didn't work out, obviously, but like, it's just a lot of these, I can't imagine. You're so lucky, because I can't imagine like the presence, because it's hard to imagine now, even now, building
Pictures don't
something
do
of
it
such a
justice.
mass. No,
It
they
just doesn't.
seem, and again, they're not as old as you think. A lot of people, at least, especially like the Aztec pyramids and stuff, are not as old as people think.
Right.
And they're just like such marvels of lost architecture, like societies. We know the Aztecs really like left a big question mark. That's another thing. I want to say it was the Aztecs that a lot of them disappeared, correct? I want to say,
yeah,
without a lot of trace. And that's something I've already found. Now, something like Ragnarok, not Ragnarok, I'm sorry, Roanoke. I don't think that's a big mystery. I think there's actually, if you look into it, Croatoa was an island
Yeah.
that was across the way, right? There's a good chance
Right.
they just left. They found evidence of them there. But stuff like the Aztecs, like there's not. They could have gone the way of like the Romans, where they got too big for their boots, right, or disease. But the lack of mass graves, the lack of historical documentation,
lack
which
of
they were known
anything,
for,
any
yeah,
proof
and they were
whatsoever.
absolutely, and I think that's very interesting. And I think at least you probably know, and a lot of people that watch your podcast probably have heard the theories of that being aliens, right? Because the Aztecs and aliens have a
Right.
long history of lore.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but here's the thing: they're still there. There's like the ancestors are here.
mhm.
They
Oh,
can trace
absolutely,
their
absolutely. Yeah,
ancestors back.
DNA.
But yeah, what
Mhm.
happened to the culture, the original? Like, why did they
Right.
just stop? Did they evolve into other
Right.
cultures? Was there war, famine? Did they just
Well, we know
become...
the Spaniards, right?
Yeah, we
know the
obviously know about
Spaniards
that.
came in, but like there was a lot of it was very again like Roanoke, except without actual explanation, where they just like they couldn't find like evidence of them dying. Like
Yeah.
that's
But
that's
they're
very
still finding
interesting to
stuff,
me.
right? They're still
Right.
finding
And again, like you
pyramids and
said, it's
other
not like they all
temples and-
disappeared. Yeah. There is. Have you ever heard of Josh Beggins? Beggins sci-fi. He does unknown.
You mean
Travels unknown.
mean
Josh. It's Josh something.
Josh Gates?
Josh Gates. Thank
Josh
you.
Gates
I
Expedition.
was
Yes,
thinking
I've seen
Zach.
several of them.
I was thinking Zach from.
You were
Ghost
combining
Adventures.
Josh Gates and Zach Bagans.
Yeah. I love Josh. Zach, I
so do
think is entertaining for a different reason, not because I actually like him, but Josh I like because he also comes at it from like a actual like not over like let me look one way or another. He tries to look at it from all the
he's
angles,
entertaining
right?
and he's fun and he has great
Yes,
narration.
he's
Like
cute.
when it comes to shows, yeah, he's one of the best. One of the best.
I believe in aliens. There's definitely something bigger than us out there because every culture has something similar without ever having contact.
Yep.
With
I
one
agree.
another. It cannot be a coincidence. They all have the same thing. Yeah, I agree with that. I do
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
For sure.
And more all the time, they're trying to, I mean, they still haven't figured out how certain species or people got where they were, how they knew different things on different continents when there wasn't like mass travel with ships and stuff yet. It just
Right.
didn't exist.
Yeah. Like I
Right,
said, how do they
same
all
symbols.
have pyramids
Exactly.
that look pretty, that are pulled
Mhm.
and designed more or less the same?
Hieroglyphs, not necessarily hieroglyphs, but hieroglyph like symbols that are shared
Right.
from like the Americas to Asia that were no way at the time able to have been done. And again, we go back to those the astrology, the technology they had, just not even in the sense of building the pyramids, but not even electrical, you know what I mean? They had light, they had all these crazy ass like know-hows of like when certain astrological events were going to happen that weren't so obvious, like an eclipse, right? Because an eclipse is an obvious thing, right? But the other ones are not, and you wouldn't really understand. And they built them to those specifications, like exactly. And that to me is unexplainable. And that's where I lose the skepticism, and I'm like, then you have to start kind of believing something bigger than what we can explain as people, because it's silly to think that humans have all the answers, because we don't.
We don't.
No, absolutely not.
We're a tiny
And that's ignorant.
We are a tiny speck of
Mhm.
life on a tiny speck of rock in an infinite
Absolutely.
universe of infinite possibilities.
Yeah, just
and that's
endlessness.
just in one universe and galaxy. That's not talking cross-dimensional, other existences, variations.
I was about to
of
say,
other
on that
existences.
topic, this is kind of off the paranormal.
This is off the
I mean,
pod?
I guess this is off the pod a little bit. What do you think? What do you think of the simulation theory?
I
Do you
don't
think
I
it's?
I don't think I know that one. Explain.
So
that to
the
me.
simulation theory is that we are a simulation,
Oh,
a computer simulation, essentially.
I
Yeah,
think it's fun.
within. It scares me though, right? Like that one scares me a little more than like the multiple theories are like cool, because I'm like, oh, okay, I can go to a different, like I'll become one, I get to live that life again. Because for me personally, and again, I don't want anyone to think this is like anything personal. For me, I don't personally believe in like heaven, hell, that kind of those kind of things, right? I believe we go back, but energy is there. Electricity is there. It has to go somewhere, right? You can't destroy it.
Energy doesn't
It
go away. Yeah.
exists. Exactly. So I believe we become one with the universe again, right? Like kind of just our energy kind of just becomes one again. And I love the idea. I would love to think that we do have other universes, other dimensions that we just kind of become that person, get to live these happy lives or whatever lives again, or different lives. But like, I don't know.
You
I
don't know if
don't
you want to be a
like-
computer program?
Right. The idea of it being like, not necessarily Matrix, but
pill.
like, right.
Blue pill.
Like, it's so
Blue pill.
scary.
Hey!
Dab for the clock.
Dab to the clock.
Dab to the clock. But yeah, that one's definitely the scariest theory to me, in the sense of
Yeah, I've
whole
heard of
thing.
that, but I never thought it was a legit like theory that people had, that it was like we actually are.
It is like
simulation.
a very it's a very heavily theorized, I guess, more so, because you can't really prove that, right? Like, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy
don't
that.
know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know if I can
I
buy
hope
into
not.
that theory. It's fun. It's
And
fun
I'm
to
not
think
good at
that we're a
explaining that
simulation
kind
or
of
whatever.
stuff. Yeah.
But then
I think that's actually one you enjoy looking into, because it is very interesting. Like, it has a lot of interesting theories, and some of them do interconnect with other multi-dimensional universal theories as well.
man, then they need to hurry up with those cybernetics, because I want a cyberpunk up in here. Agreed.
I would just love to have like them to advance to the point to where I can grow teeth. You know what I mean? Just all new teeth, please. I would love that, please.
Fair enough. I've heard the theory that, like, because of nukes and weapons of mass destruction, most sentient beings end up destroying themselves before they can achieve space flight.
Yes, that is called the Great Filter.
Release the update for the simulation, please. Right?
I know an unhealthy amount about weird theories like that. Like the Great Filter is actually like a pretty solid one, in my opinion. Because, I mean, we see how humanity is as a whole, right? When it has such sentient thought and capabilities, it's very self-destructive, right? So it would make sense that we self-destruct before we can get past that Great Filter.
Right.
But that's a whole thing. That's like a whole thing.
So, Meso, people can find you right here on Twitch.
Yes,
If
they sure
wanna see
can.
more, hear more.
I play spooky stuff and sometimes variety stuff.
Sometimes
Sometimes variety stuff. When I'm feeling spicy.
Yeah, there's a clip.
I curse a lot.
What are you
I
playing?
never put
I'm
any
a-
fucking upgrades into this gun.
I can't see it yet. What is it? Oh, it's Dead Space
There's
remake.
one. Oh god, I didn't take
You're already
this.
dropping
Before I had a
F-bombs.
face cam.
Already
Oh yeah,
dropping.
this is
That
one of
must
my
be the
first
Leviathan.
series I beat on stream. I thought it was safe.
So there you go,
And that's
guys.
before I had the face cam or my PNG, so you know that one's old. But that is a great game.
So yeah, if you guys
But
want to go
yes.
and check out MesooThornye, there is the link. Go ahead and
Thank
follow
you,
that. You want to
guys.
see more of me. So thank you, Britters, for the follow. Britters Bear. Thank you. I appreciate that. Of course, MesooThornye is also going to be right here, April 27th. Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast. I will be a guest
Thick
on the
and
show.
spooky.
I'll be going over there. We're going to be talking all about spooky kids in the paranormal. If you liked our conversations about the paranormal, I'll be over there joining them for that. Of course, we're also doing the
They
not
say
that.
it's
No,
forbidden.
not that. We're not showing that trailer again. I mean, we could. But yeah, we're also
for
going
the
to be
outro.
doing the Forbidden Off the Pod that day. We've also got all kinds of stuff later this week. Tomorrow I'll be doing jump scare stream throughout the day as well.
So
So
good.
you guys can come and join me. Jump scare me. I'll be playing. I'm counting to 6. I'm not looking forward to that. Wednesday
I
is
think it's gonna be
tabletop
very
role
funny.
playing. Thursday is Skull and Bones, because you guys have been enjoying Skull and Bones. And then Friday is our news of the paranormal. So please send me any paranormal articles that you can find that you want me to go through to talk about with us, anything like that. Feel free to send them to me in a message on Discord, post it on our Discord, send it to Meso and force her to send it to me. I don't care. Whatever it is. Last time we had somebody send me a Zillow.
I have one for you.
Somebody sent me a Zillow page last time on a morgue that was up for sale as a house. So just I want to see all those articles. I want to share them with you. And we're also going to be celebrating 1,000 followers. So thank you so much for all of that and everybody for being here. And of course, thank you, MesooThornye, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
For
I've had
Paranormal
such a
Off
good
the
time.
Pod.
Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you having me, and I cannot wait to have you on the Thicc and Spooky Ghouls and have you as part of the AIM charity event.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk
Thank you guys.
all the spooky
I had
things.
so much fun.
We're going to raid on out. I don't know much about them because it was a channel point redeem to raid on out. So we're going to be raiding out to the Smoking Dragons. They're doing some tabletop RPG, Legends of Arcadia, episode Althea season 2, session 11. Looks like they got that. That's what they got going on. Looks like they're doing some tabletop role playing. So come along with us. If you like tabletop role playing, join us on Wednesday for our tabletop role playing games that we have here as well. And but yeah, thank you guys all for being here. Take care. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for that scary, spooky stream. For MesooThornye, I am Nick, and have a great night, guys.